Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind Your Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind Your Basketball. What is good, everyone? Glad to have you guys back in here once again tonight on the stream, and we have game number 3 of the NBA Finals going down tonight. The New York Knicks up 2-0 in the series, and this is the most anticipated, biggest basketball game at Madison Square Garden in a very long time. Tonight, MSG rocking full house at Madison Square Garden, first ever NBA Finals hosting appearance since 1999 at Madison Square Garden. And right now, the New York Knicks just took the court in the pregame warm-ups at MSG for tonight's matchup, up 2-0 in the series. If you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. The Knicks halfway to a championship, and they're halfway to their third ever championship as a franchise. They last won the title back in 1973. Their first championship came in 1970. It's been a 53-year drought for the New York Knicks. And the San Antonio Spurs coming into this matchup in a very difficult spot. No team in NBA Finals history has ever won the championship after trailing 0-2 after losing the first 2 games on their home floor. The Phoenix Suns went 0-2 at home back in 1993, lost to Chicago in 6 in the 93 finals. And then back in 95, the Orlando Magic, they were down 0-2 after losing both of their games in their home court, got swept against the Houston Rockets in 1995. San Antonio trying to make history. New York Knicks trying to make history themselves as they have won 13 straight games in a row, haven't lost since April 23rd. And they are just an absolute buzzsaw in these playoffs for the New York Knicks right now. Number 2 in NBA playoff history all time, behind the Golden State Warriors with 15 straight wins. The Knicks coming into this matchup winning 13 in a row. What's good, Rogelio? Welcome in. He's liking the Spurs today. Jeffrey, glad to have you back in. Ron, thanks for joining in. Yes, must win for the Spurs. No team has ever trailed down to 0-3 and come back and won an NBA playoff series ever. Michael, welcome in. He's got the Spurs as well today. Mr. Hector, believing in miracle. A lot of people going out for the Spurs here early on in the stream, and the percentage, 65-35 in the early percentage in the pregame right now, going for San Antonio. Yeah, thoughts and prayers out for you and your family, Jeffrey. I'm so sorry, man, with your brother. My thoughts and prayers out with you there, brother. Roki, welcome in. Thanks for joining in, being a part here of the stream tonight. Teams in the NBA Finals, 32-5 all time when they've gone up 2-0 in the series. The Milwaukee Bucks, they were down 0-2 back in 2021, came back and won 4 in a row against the Phoenix Suns to win in 6. in that series. So that's the last time a team had an 0-2 comeback in an NBA Finals series. Knicks, though, this team has just been an unstoppable, just absolutely unstoppable for them. Only 2 losses in the playoffs, both of them in the first round against Atlanta, both of them by 1 point each. They've won 12 out of 14 games by double digits in the playoffs. They have a plus 282 margin through 16 playoff games. On their 13-game winning streak, they have a plus 273 margin of victory. That is the most ever points scored off a margin of victory ever in a 13-game stretch in NBA playoff history. That shatters Golden State, which won the title back in 2017, which was a plus 225 en route on. They had a 15-game winning streak at that time, but the Knicks are plus 273 in this 13-game stretch currently for them. This San Antonio team, unfortunately, that was their game to win in game 2 on their whole floor to make it 1-1. And just terrible last couple of seconds that they had. Victor Wembanyama, just terrible turnover in the backcourt, just decided to pass the ball. Stephon Castle wasn't looking, had his back turned to the ball, and that was Wemby's that he needed to just dribble up and take it up the court. Instead, made a pass to Castle, which wasn't paying attention. Jalen Brunson stole it. Jalen Brunson got fouled by Wemby. Just a terrible sequence. Jalen Brunson, bonus free throws in a tie game, made 1 out of 2. Second one he missed. Rebound went to San Antonio, and then Victor Wembanyama, a chance to win it right before the buzzer, and he missed a deep 2 pull-up jumper. And that was it. Just a brutal way to close it out for San Antonio. This New York Knicks team, they're the best team in the NBA in fourth quarter margin this season. You do not want to be in a close game in crunch time against Jalen Brunson in this group, because they are just so clutch. And what scares me tonight for San Antonio is that this New York Knicks team does not lose too often on their whole floor. They're 36-11 at home, regular season plus playoffs this year. That's a 76.6% winning percentage. That is number 2 in the NBA behind OKC. For them, they're 6-1 in the playoffs this season. Their only loss came against Atlanta, game 2 by 1 at home in the playoffs. And the Garden's rocking tonight. It's been 18 days since they last hosted a game. When they beat Cleveland in game 2. That was the last time they hosted 18 days ago. And they got a lot of big timers out in attendance tonight. Average ticket price just insane, $7,500 for tonight's game. The cheapest on resale was going just under $4,000 for tonight's matchup. And most expensive ticket I saw earlier in the week, there were tickets going out for like $1 million for like courtside VIP seats for tonight's game. I think right now the most expensive ticket out there still is like $200,000, which is crazy. Like there's tickets going for like people's houses and like out towards like the southeast, southwest, what like houses cost out there, like 200, 300,000. Like usually that's what the cost is for like a starter home, like up in New Hampshire or so, or like a 500, 600 square foot shack in like Massachusetts. That's what like basically like a super small starter home is or so, for like the price of like a ticket for this game. For like VIP seats, for like courtside seats, just crazy what the ticket prices were. What's good, Mikkel? Thanks for joining in. Glad to have you in the stream. Good morning. If you guys are out overseas, and thoughts and prayers to you guys. If you guys are out in the Philippines, man, really send my thoughts and prayers out to you guys, and to anybody affected by the earthquake from yesterday. That's terrible. Yeah, I saw the images, videos yesterday from that, and just terrible. There was a restaurant that collapsed, that the whole building just fell down to the ground. They got hit by like a magnitude 7.8 earthquake yesterday. I saw there was another earthquake this afternoon that happened in Cuba. Just crazy with stuff going on. So thoughts and prayers out if you guys are out in any of those areas. LD on the stream, welcome in. We got Andres, Rydog, Robert, welcome back in on the channel. If you guys are doing the stream tonight, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Looking like we're going to tip off in around 15 minutes from now for tonight's game, 8:42 p.m. tip-off time tonight. San Antonio, though, there's hope for them. And the hope tonight is that they have never lost 3 games in a row for them this season. They've been bounced back for San Antonio. They've only lost 2 straight twice now in the playoffs. Games 5 and 6. Late stretch against OKC. They lost 2 in a row against OKC. They've lost 2 in a row here. So they've never lost 3 straight since like the late closeout of the season back in 2025, the 24-25 season for them. So they've never even lost 3 in a row this season. Yeah, I heard about that. Connecticut Sun last year had a tough season. Yeah, really tough year for them this year. That's too bad that they're moving. That's a really nice arena that they have. Yep, Spurs gonna win this one. Big game. President's in attendance tonight, too. Like, from what I heard, the security is just, like, crazy since the president's in attendance. I heard that Shams is trying to figure out where his AirPods are. I think they got lost in the middle of the security check for him getting into the arena. Yeah, this is a very young Spurs team and inexperienced showing up in this series. Average age of like the starting lineup's like 21.8 years old for their starting 5. Just, they've got one of the top players in the world with Victor Wembanyama. Is just age 22 and just the inexperience showing up. And this is a veteran-led group that has a ton of chemistry with New York. And also the coaching has been key too. Mike Brown, so there was at one point where San Antonio scored and under the basket inbounds at one point in the game when they were up. And then in the fourth quarter, the Knicks had an under the basket inbound play, and he stole that play from San Antonio earlier in the game. Like, Mike Brown's doing a heck of a job making the adjustments and being able to have his team succeed throughout the course of this series. Like, there was one possession where Mikal Bridges, he was like out of the play basically. Like, he was like underneath the hoop or so. He was out of the play, and then he was able to circle around as I think it was Cat who had possession, and he was able to drive and then kick it out, and the defense just did not see Bridges. Yeah, that's the possession. That's one of them that they're looking at is Shamet. Right now, they got on the screen a Shamet drive and kick out to the corner because they keep on stacking the box. The Knicks have done an amazing job just getting everybody involved. A lot of like clean, crisp passing. They're taking a look at all the sprays. Yeah, the kick to the corner with Bridges. How like everybody's moving throughout their spots, one corner to the next corner, and just the scoring punch is just there. 21 by Cat, 20 by Bridges. Brunson had 20. What's scary for the Spurs tonight going up against this Knicks team? Jalen Brunson, he had 20 points in the last game. He shot 7 for 25. He did not shoot well in the previous game before that either in game 1. Jalen Brunson just 2 for 10 from 3. Jalen Brunson's due to have a 50% night from the floor. 7 for 25 the previous game. Like tonight, he's due to have a game like 13 for 27 or so, like very close to 15%, 13 for 26, 13 for 27, 14 for 28. He's shooting 43% at home, or 43% on the road. He's shooting in 31% from 3 on the road, averaging just 23.6 points per game in the road games for Jalen Brunson. At home games, he's averaging 7 points per game more for him. He's averaging 30.6 points per game at MSG. He's shooting just under 50% from the floor at home, and he's shooting 37% from 3. So just absolutely lethal right now. If Jalen Brunson's going off where he gets like 36 points, it's not going to be a good night for San Antonio, because Victor Wembanyama needs to have 35 plus for him, because just the scoring punch for the New York Knicks, just so much more than what San Antonio has. Last game, Victor Wembanyama finished with 29, lost by 1. De'Aaron Fox, pretty solid game. He had 20. Bounce back game for Fox. Devin Vassell, Stephon Castle, they had 14. They need to go for a lot more. Like, you're looking at 18, 19, 20 plus out of them. And then Dylan Harper, he had 15. Solid production for him to the first 2 games of the series off the bench, but they're going to get more guys being able to score. Keldon Johnson, Julian Champagnie completely went away. He scored 8 points in the first quarter, did nothing in the final 3 quarters. He needs to get into a rhythm making shots. Like, they need those guys to make an impact. Luke Cornett needs to make a beneficial impact when Wemby sits. That hasn't been happening because right now it's just consistent with the Knicks. Bridges, Brunson, Cat's been incredible throughout the series. Anunoby, then Shaman off the bench. Triple machine for him, finished with 13. What's good, Mega Salute? Welcome back in. Daniel, happy Monday. Thanks for joining back in once again tonight, man. Yeah, I agree, Jay Ramirez. Spurs definitely need another player who can create their own shot. Yeah, turnovers lost them the last game. They had 16 turnovers for the Spurs. Free throws too. That was, if they make their free throws, they win this game on Friday night. They went 19 for 27 at the line. They shot 70%. Knicks 16 for 21, 76%. Every single point mattered, and lost by 1. Yeah, and there's a couple things that's very scary for this Spurs team coming in, is that this Knicks squad can play much, much better offensively. Like, they've been the number 1 team in field goal shooting percentage in this playoffs. They didn't shoot the ball well from 2 in the last game. They shot 42% total. Pretty solid clip from 3 at 39%, but they could shoot the ball much, much better from the floor for New York. And Jalen Brunson, too, is averaging 7 points per game more at home than when he's scoring on the road, and hasn't been shooting with efficiency and playing on his home court tonight. Like, yeah, San Antonio gonna have to show up and play one clean game, limiting turnovers, knocking down free throws. Victor Wembanyama going off. The energy guys, Devin Vassell, Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper, those guys going to have to step up. Keldon Johnson is going to have some big-time impact plays. Luke Cornett's going to have to impact this game. Yeah, they're going to need a lot tonight for San Antonio. Like, everything to pan out well for them to have a shot tonight to win this one. Knicks come in 1.5-point favorites on the line tonight. Abdullah, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Rose, welcome in. Liking the Knicks tonight. Hit us up in the chat. Who you guys like to win here tonight, Knicks or Spurs? Going to tip off in around 7 minutes from now. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Rissa, welcome back in. We got Humphrey on the stream. Yeah, this should be a great one tonight. Steve on the channel. One more chance for the Spurs. Yep, Spurs going to win this one to stay alive. Yeah, popular pick right now for San Antonio. I think we have like a lot of San Antonio supporters out here in the stream, I believe, usually for the pregame. And then once we get going on into the stream, it starts to balance out more. So right now it's like 69% to 31. It's probably going to get to be in the poll, probably more like 55-45. Once we get going, 52-48, very close in the poll once we get going. Yeah, usually, because I've been covering a lot of Spurs games this playoffs. And also, I've had much more Spurs opportunities because they took the Thunder into 7. Their series before that, Minnesota went into 6, whereas the Knicks swept teams. So I hadn't covered the Knicks that much. I didn't cover them mostly in the first round because the Celtics were playing. That would usually conflict with times in Knicks games if they were on the same day. Tip-off is at 8:42, so 5 minutes away until tip-off. Yeah, so these games get scheduled in 8:30. Tip-off is 12 minutes past the bottom of the hour, so 8:42 is when they actually tip off the game on ABC. It's also sundown outside. President in attendance for this one. And my dad's cutting up good grass right now. Got the lawnmower going on in the back as it's dusk at my house. Sunset was like 10 minutes ago, but still plugging away outside, mowing the lawn. I'm going to go for the Knicks tonight in this game. Yeah, Knicks just look like they're red hot for them and unstoppable. I had thought to myself, I actually picked San Antonio to win this series in 6. I thought to myself that the Spurs would trail 1-2, and then they would come back, and then they would win after trailing 1-2, 3 straight games in a row and close it out in 6. But I'm thinking the Knicks tonight in this game. They get the home crowd behind them. Jalen Brunson has been inefficient the first 2 games. Like, if he is nailing his shots, knocking down his shots right from the start, it's going to be a really bad sign for San Antonio. This is a young team in the finals, playing on the road at the most populated city in the USA, where there's not an empty seat in sight at MSG. First ever finals game that they have hosted inside the New York Garden since June 25th, 1999. This is what we got tonight for starters. De'Aaron Fox, Julian Champagnie, Devin Vassell, Stephon Castle, Victor Wembanyama for San Antonio. And yes, the president is in attendance for tonight's game. Yeah, average ticket price of this game was like $7,500. There were tickets on sale for over 200,000 tonight for like VIP seats and courtside seats. I was looking up ticket prices for the next game, game 2. Those tickets are at like 155,000 for the next game. All right, here we go. The New York Knicks. They are the 1.5-point favorites tonight. 13 straight wins in a row. Team chemistry popping off. Most anticipated game in the New York Garden in 27 years. Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, Karl-Anthony Towns starting 5 tonight for New York. Ice Ice Baby, welcome back in. Siegel, Ron, thanks for joining in today. If you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. We got Guardian Angel out from Trinidad. Alan, welcome back in tonight, bud, for this one. Just crazy money to get yourself a ticket. Like, you better be having a big time job. Like, these people that's getting inside the Garden tonight, those are people working on Wall Street, working big time jobs, like CEOs, presidents of these big time corporations, executives, top notch politicians. Like, those are the people that's getting in to this event tonight. Celebrities making millions of bucks. Like famous artists. Like, these are the people that are here tonight. Big time business owners. Like, these ain't any like small company business owners with a couple of people. These are like big time corporations that these people own with companies. Like, I bet you a bunch of people in this crowd tonight, like, they have like millions of dollars, have their own yacht out in like the Hamptons or so, Newport, Rhode Island, going out over and like the coast of like the Jersey Shore or so, or Long Island, like big buck people out there that's having access to these to this event tonight. Yeah, the World Cup is crazy. I saw on the news today that the tickets are not doing well for the World Cup. out in Boston that Boston is struggling with their tourism, with the hotel bookings, because the hotel prices are like $600-$700 plus a night for a lot of places. And a lot of the international countries that's coming into the U.S., the currency just doesn't match up. That they need to hash out like thousands of dollars for the currency to meet the U.S. dollar to get into the U.S. Wow, 69% of NYC residents born after the Knicks' last championship back in 1973. I thought there were no watch parties. That must be in outside the Garden, because there's watch parties in Central Park, Manhattan. There's one in Brooklyn. They had a couple watch parties out on the screen. Current ticket priced again in $4,700. Average ticket price $7,600. Most expensive ticket $65,000 plus per Vivid Seats. That's insane. Rising ticket prices keep on rising and rising. That's like the highest rising number I've seen since like the rise of like the Super Bowl commercial. Like I thought that gas prices were rising higher, so this ticket price is insane tonight. San Antonio, black jerseys, white numbers, white letters tonight for this matchup on the road. For the young Spurs, looking to get on the board in this series. They have never lost 3 straight games in a row. The New York Knicks have won 13 straight games in a row in the playoffs. They haven't lost since April 23rd. White jerseys, orange numbers, orange letters, dark blue outline. The most anticipated game in New York Knicks history in 27 years. About to tip off here in just a moment. Nick Butcher, Mark Davis, John Goble, the referees. Tonight for Game 3 of the series, Knicks lead 2-0. Victor Wembanyama at midcourt alongside Karl-Anthony Towns. About to tip this one off at MSG. Here we go. The ball is up, the ball is tipped, and San Antonio controls the opening tip. First possession goes to the Spurs. Stephon Castle at the left wing, moves on top to Wemby. Wemby towards his right around the perimeter. Handoff, Fox. Fox dribbles up, low block, sends it out to Wemby. Wemby drives inside the paint. Wemby dump off, deflected into the hands to Castle. Kick out, corner 3. Fox off the back rim, no good. A rebound secured by Harts. And they are roaring off that opening defensive stop for the Knicks. Here goes Brunson inside the key. A jumper mid-range, off the rim, short to Wemby. Controls the defensive rebound. Possession number 2 now for San Antonio. Victor Wembanyama slides it off to Castle. Castle towards his right off the dribble. At the low block, moves it back outside to Champagnie. Cross court connects with Vassell. Vassell at the wing finds Fox. Fox dribbles up inside the key. Spins, tough turnaround over Hart. Skipped around the rim and out to rebound secured by Cat. Possession number 2 now for New York. New York's defense at absolute force, forcing the first 2 misses by the Spurs tonight. Mikal Bridges sends a cross court a little bit too tall. Anunoby sails out of bounds. Turnover. So Anunoby just moved off his spot and leads to an opportunity right now for the Spurs. Spurs slow it down past midcourt. Stephon Castle dribbles, drives inside the paint. Kick out, corner. Fox does not attempt a 3. Instead, lobs it up over the top. Wembanyama shuts down the door with a 2-handed flush. Great lob right there by De'Aaron Fox to set up Wemby. First bucket tonight goes to Victor Wembanyama. Spin cycle Hart. And his pass sailed all the way to the backcourt out of bounds. That is back-to-back turnovers right now for New York off terrible passes. Von Castle at the left wing perimeter. He takes on Josh Hart one-on-one towards his right off the dribble. Castle, lob down low, finds Wemby, mismatch, dunks it right over OG with a 2-handed jam. Victor Wembanyama getting off a mismatch in San Antonio. Wemby let the ball go right through his hands like a Bill Buckner. Dump off down low. Hart maintains possession out to the corner. Mikal Bridges, step back 3, blocked by Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama trying to play the game of the ages tonight. Castle outside off the Fox. Fox dribbles inside. Fox bounce pass, corner 3. Vassell buries the triple. San Antonio started getting to the groove here on the road. 7-0 Spurs. Looking to get on the board in this series. Couldn't ask for a better start tonight. Cat stuck at the top, outside Hart. They're going to let him shoot the three, and he nails it. Karl-Anthony Towns right down the middle of the cylinder. Takes the open three and drills it. Or Josh Hart able to bury the open three and drill it. 7-3. San Antonio with possession. Castle attacks the paint. Castle right past Bridges, up and off the backboard, scores the 2 plus the foul. And the one coming up with a free throw line by Stephon Castle. Wow. That's an energy guy right there for San Antonio. They need him to get going, and right there responding in a big way. Strong bucket by Castle down low. Epe, welcome in. Good morning out to you as well. Free throw is missed around the rim and out. Cat came away with a defensive rebound. Brunson has it up the floor. Jalen Brunson backs his way to the mid-block. Inside the key now for Brunson. Brunson working on Castle. Brunson, follow a tough shot. Kiss off the glass. Scores up and in off the window. Right over Wemby. Going up for a vertical off a rainbow right there by Jalen Brunson. Bounce pass, leading it into the hands to Fox. Reach and fall charge to OG. It's going to stop the clock with 8:52. Naja player, welcome back in. Yeah, Spurs ain't playing games tonight. The Spurs team has never lost 3 in a row for them. Landry Shamet checks in the first time tonight. Mikal Bridges will take a seat on the bench. I beg my pardon, that last foul was charged to Bridges. That was his second, and the Spurs turned it over. So far side of the floor just lost it out of bounds for San Antonio. That's now their first turnover tonight. This is one that the Spurs need. Can't get this one. It's going to be series over tonight. And the players tangled up. Offensive foul charge to New York. And Jalen Brunson going downhill. Tangled up with Stephon Castle, and Brunson committed the offensive foul. Yeah, rammed right into Stephon Castle. Castle, lob, down low, Wemby snatches it, Wemby scores it. Able to break the half-court pressure there by San Antonio. They have made 5 straight buckets in a row. All of a sudden, Victor Wembanyama just dominating the paint, so what the previous game plan was, last 2 games for the Knicks, just not there right from the start. Victor Wembanyama roaming the paint this entire game starting off. It's just wide open, down the middle underneath. And Landry Shamet was the guy who came closest to Wembanyama. Like, that can't happen. Karl-Anthony Towns was roaming away in no man's land. Inbound goes to Anunoby. OG, far side corner, takes him Vassell, baseline dribble. At the mid-block, moves it outside hard. Push pass, 3 at the wing. Shamet off the back rim, no good. Long rebound, tipped up. Great job there from Fox to tap it off to Castle. Castle playing with energy so far. Wemby up fake, takes on hard, into the hands to Castle. Spots up for the 3 and zings in the triple. Stephon Castle, laser beam from the perimeter. 14-5, San Antonio starting off red hot. 6 for 8 from the floor. Brunson inside the key. Draws the foul. It's on Vassell. So Jalen Brunson's going to have 2 shots here coming up at the free throw line. First one's good. Yeah, we started off this stream. The poll is at like 69-31 for San Antonio, and I said it's not going to be too long before it gets to like 55-45 and 52-48 and so on. Right now it's 55-45 Spurs in the poll. So yeah, start off. A lot of people liking the Spurs to win this game, but right now the Knicks getting some fans in here. Hit us up in the chat who you guys want to win here tonight. Spurs or Knicks. Second free throw missed by Brunson. 8-point lead for the Spurs. Spurs with possession. Stephon Castle at the left wing takes on Josh Hart. Dribbles towards his right around the perimeter. Castle now up at the free throw circle. 15-footer straight away. Rattles it in. Stephon Castle. He is in the groove right from the get-go. Shamet inbound goes to Hart. They are 7 for 9 shooting from the floor. Brunson, push pass off to the corner. Shamet takes on Wembanyama. Baseline dribble, circles around, shovels it outside. Hart tees up the three. Hart buries the triple. Second made three tonight by Josh Hart for the Knicks. Wembanyama, a fake of the wing, decides not to attempt the three. Instead, goes into the paint, kiss off the glass, score it, and one. Covered up at the free throw line for Wemby. Victor Wembanyama scoring tonight at will inside the paint to begin. Taking on OG Anunoby, got him off a Euro step and then gut past Cat right to the hole. Man, Victor Wembanyama out to a tremendous start. Stephon Castle right alongside with him, an energy guy. And those were the pieces. It was Wemby, Castle, and Vassell. Those three guys just big time throughout the Thunder series. Free throw is good by Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama. Perfect 4 for 4 from the floor. 8 points in 5 minutes tonight. And I said it in the pregame, they're going to have to play perfect basketball, limit the turnovers as much as possible, and have basically all your impact players, Wemby, Castle, Vassell, Dylan Harper, Champagnie, impact plays out of Keldon Johnson, Luke Cornett when he comes in. Those guys need to take off, and they've got it right now, especially out of Wembanyama and Castle. Castle, 16 combined through the duo. Out of 19 total, 19-9 San Antonio. Looking to force a Game 5 in this series, at least. Spurs aren't backing out without a fight. And right now, couldn't ask for a better start for San Antonio. 19-9, we're going to head to the first time out of the night. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the BTAB brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top's gear to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top's jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. All right, first time out of the night. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe right now. What a start for the Spurs. Victor Wembanyama, 9 points, 5 minutes, perfect 4 for 4 from the floor, plus 10 when he's been out there. Josh Hart able to bury 2 triples, so that's part of the game plan for the Spurs. They're reading into the analytics, the analytics with the 3-point shooting report, and they're allowing Josh Hart to take open threes, and he's drilling those so far. So you got to tip your cap off to that, because he is not on the scouting report when they were looking at that for a 3-point shot. So Spurs are allowing him to take them, and he's made them. Jalen Brunson, 3 points for him so far, 1 basket plus a free throw, and that's it for the Knicks. That's how they generated their points. Karl-Anthony Towns yet to attempt a shot so far. Neither is OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges, and a little bit of quick foul trouble with 2 personal fouls. The Spurs playing really well tonight. Playing inside out. Like, Wembanyama's dominating the paint so far. Like, that's a great sign, because the first 2 games of the series, he was getting moved off his spots forced into taking a lot of like deep two jumpers, like uncomfortable shots for him. And now he's playing where he's got the most confidence in himself, and that is eating his way at the rim, getting downhill, playing down low. Nine points, 4 for 4 from the floor, plus a block on a corner three-point shot attempt. Couldn't ask for a better start out of Victor Wembanyama. All about bouncing back tonight for the San Antonio Spurs. San Antonio has never lost 3 straight games in a row this season. Josh Hart, near side front court, the inbound passer. We get back to action. Hart, bounce pass into the hands to Anunoby on the floor alongside Shamet, Brunson, and Katz. OG, turnaround, contested by Castle, bounced in. That is good for 2. You can live with that right there for San Antonio. That's a very tough make by OG Anunoby on a contested J over Castle. Spurs tonight, 8 for 10 shooting. Castle dribbles up, floats up the runner, able to connect with Wemby underneath, take it on Katz, and he turned it over. Stepped to the bounce, just ran out of real estate the baseline there. Keldon Johnson on the floor alongside Stephon Castle, Victor Wembanyama, Dylan Harper. And Devin Vassell. Knicks with possession. Lob goes to Katz. Katz at the left wing. He's defended by Johnson, 101. 8 in the timer. Katz, handoff Shamet. Turns the corner. Kick out, corner 3. OG off the back rim, no good. Great contest by Wembanyama. Rebound hauled by Harper. Spurs with possession. Castle, shake and bake at the wing. Almost had a poke loose by Shamet. Got it back, though. And Dylan Harper slicing the fenders, attacks the rack. Harper right to the rim, scores, up and off the backboard. Dylan Harper surging right to the rack for the layup. 10-point lead for San Antonio. Baseline dribble Brunson takes on Wembanyama, dribbles back out to the perimeter. 1-on-1, Jalen Brunson tees up the 3 over Wemby off the back rim too long. A rebound goes to Castle. Here goes San Antonio up the floor. Stephon Castle. At the wing, lob finds Wemby, mismatch, taken on Shamet, down low, Wembanyama, going up, got stripped, turn it over, Brunson, onto the pack, here he goes, swings it off to OG, spin cycle, down low, lunges and dunks it with a 2-hand slam. Man, a difference maker right there in a game. Victor Wembanyama, a tough turnover. New York able to strip him. It led to 2 points off that turnover. Harper slides across court. Vassell, rise and fire on a 3 and nails it. Big response right back for the Spurs. 11-point lead for San Antonio. They are cooking from the floor. 10 for 13 tonight. Landry Shamet at the left wing. Taking on Vassell, slides it off towards his right. Josh Hart, straight line dribble drive up to the free throw circle, prevented from getting even further. Took on Castle. And Spurs get called in the reach and foul, charge to Castle. Von Castle is going to check out of the game. Luke Cornett's going to come in as Wemby will take a seat as well. De'Aaron Fox heads back in for San Antonio. Casey, welcome in. Trevor, thanks for joining in. Got Bilal Muhammad, welcome on board. Watching, looks like with Melba Hawkins, thanks for joining in. Inbound goes to Josh Hart. Handoff Brunson. Back out to Hart around the perimeter. Finds Katz. Katz working on Keldon Johnson. 101 for the shot clock. Gets it away to Hart. Hart 2 for 2 from 3 over Cornette. Off the back rim. Misfired. Rebound goes to Fox. Spurs by 11. Opportunity here, especially if they are able to increase the lead. This will be huge for them right now as Wembanyama's currently in the bench. They took it to the rim. No good miss by Johnson. Offensive rebound recorded by Cornette. Vassell off the Fox at the wing. A Fox crossover. Deep 2 jumper over Shamet. Missed off the rim. Short rebound went to Hart. Josh Hart. 4 minutes left to go in the opening quarter. Swings it cross court. McBride off the Cat in the corner. Baseline dribble. Cat got away with a push-off. Working on Cornette. Runner is good for 2. Cat's on the board. Dylan Harper at the wing of the perimeter. Takes on Brunson. Dylan Harper towards his left. Oh, nice move. A jumper, no good, misfired. Off the mid-range shot, goes right back over to Josh Hart. Hart accelerating downhill to the cup, scores off the window. Good for the bucket. And things getting really chippy right now. Oh boy! Josh Hart knocked down by Luke Cornett, retaliates, pushes him right back. Players getting separated right now between one another. Josh Hart scored a layup and then got knocked down by Luke Cornett, and then Josh Hart got up and shoved Luke Cornett right back. Yep, full-on shove by Josh Hart. We're going to cut right into a commercial break right now, 24-17, and we'll see what happens coming up here. If this is going to be any flagrant or plus that coming up. Yeah, Luke Cornett, I mean, he's not a player that usually gives into any sort of fights or anything. Like, he's kind of a like a guy's like super corny or so, like just super out there or so. Like, he's not picking a fight with Josh Hart. He's just at the wrong place at the wrong time. And Josh Hart took exception to that and just got up and shoved him. Josh Hart just full man bulldozer right past Ron Harper, scoring to the rim, and then Cornett was right behind. Kind of got like tangled up, lost his footing, bumped into Hart going backwards. Hart fell down right in front of the stanchion. I think Cornett was wondering like what in the world was going on right there. And then Hart just got up and just shoved him. Yeah, so I'm interested to see like what this is going to translate to, like a flagrant one or so coming up for Josh Hart for that retaliation. Spurs are challenging this call as well. So they're challenging that basket to see if it is going to get overturned and be an offensive foul for Josh Hart just bulldozing Ron Harper Jr. or Dylan Harper. Beg my pardon. Yeah, bulldozing over Dylan Harper to get to the rim. Hey, what's good, Nate on the stream? Welcome back in. Yeah, it wasn't even like Luke Cornett was doing any stare down or anything. Like, usually guys are like doing like stare down right back at the other player. So like he was just like wondering like what in the world's going on. Like my teammate just completely got bulldozed over, getting to the rim by Josh Hart. So a lot going on right there that they're gonna have to unpack. Spurs went into a coach's challenge. Oh, Wembanyama got a hold of the head of Brunson too, and that was not called. Wow, a lot going on during that previous sequence. Yeah, that was not on the initial cameras. Just showing a replay of Wembanyama knocking out Brunson at the head. Brunson putting a finger in the face of Wembanyama. This whole game is just completely unraveled right now. So as it stands, it's 24-17. And we get a technical free throw here for Devin Vassell. And Devin Vassell missed the technical free throw. So, ball on the floor, Josh Hart, technical foul. It's been confirmed that Josh Hart made the layup. So Josh Hart, technical foul after he made the layup. Layup confirmed. This is going to be Spurs basketball as they missed the technical free throw with Vassell. Spurs have possession. Fox on the floor alongside Cornette, Harper. Corner three by Harper, missed off the mark. De'Aaron Fox and Devin Vassell, the 5 of the court. Rebound went over to the Knicks. Shamet approaching 3 minutes left to go. First time on the floor by Mitchell Robinson tonight. Straight away, 3 missed off the backer by Shamet. Rebound ripped away by Dylan Harper. Up the floor, he finds Fox. Sends it off to Keldon Johnson. Johnson attacks. Runner inside. Scores it. Got to the drop. 9-point advantage for San Antonio. San Antonio playing with a bunch of energy tonight on the floor. Mitchell Robinson, hand off to Brunson. Brunson on the floor alongside McBride, Shamet, OG, and Robinson. Jumper, mid-range. Brunson, off the mark, no good. Tipped off the rim. A rebound went to Harper. Up again, finding Johnson. Slides it off to Harper in the hands. Cornette finds Fox. Fox turns the corner. Fox off the dribble. 15-footer straight away. Splashes the 2. Right now, the Spurs are in the zone. Man, they cannot miss. 28-17, and they are cooking. They are 13 for 20 from the floor in this opening quarter as Jalen Brunson off the seal finds the gap and scores the layup. 28-19 now. Jalen Brunson, second made field goal of the night. He's got 5. San Antonio with possession. Cornette, top of the key. Under 2 minutes left to go in the first. Luke Cornette, lob down low, backdoor cutter, soared up with a dunk. Dylan Harper takes flight and sends it down with a two-handed flush. 11-point lead for the Spurs. Here they go up the floor off the steal. Keldon Johnson, no good, missed off the glass. Tip to Shamet for the defensive rebound. Knicks will slow it down. New York had a slow opening quarter in game 1 as well. Anunoby right to the rim. Will draw the shooting foul. It's on Cornette. 2 free throws coming up here by OG Anunoby. Just an energy builder. Dylan Harper. Cutting backdoor. Off the Luke Cornette lob. Able to get past Shamet Metz. OG Anunoby at the rim and able to soar at the angle and take him right past and dunked it. This is as great as a start that you can get for San Antonio because New York, so clutch in the second half. This game is far from over right now. First free throw is good. But for the Spurs, they're going to have to keep this up and sustain it throughout the course of the game at this percentage. Knicks cut into the deficit down by 10. Second free throw is good by Anunoby. Nine-point game. Wembanyama into the hands to Champagnie. Back out to Wemby. Champagnie, rise and fire on a 3 and nails it. They have got their perimeter shot making going on. And that's a great sign for Julian Champagnie. He did not make a single bucket in the final 3 quarters in game 2 on Friday. Brunson burst the speed, taken on Harper at the low block. Final minute left to go in the first. Jalen Brunson dribbles back out to the perimeter. Now takes on Harper inside the key. Off the pivot, Brunson, a tough shot, no good, air ball. Robinson came away, clobbered from behind by Champagnie, and on the bounce went off Fox. It's going to stay Knicks ball, 2.5 on the shot clock. Jalen Brunson, the inbound passer. 2.5 on the shot clock. Bounce pass underneath Robinson, tough off the glass, drew the foul. And 2 free throws coming up here at the line for Mitchell Robinson. We have 45 seconds left to go in this first quarter. 37% in the playoffs in his career. That's the lowest in NBA history. 16 for 50 in the playoffs. Wow, I'm kind of shocked that's the lowest. He put the graphic up lowest in playoff history. Like, I'm shocked it's not Ben Simmons in that 2022 playoffs. First free throw is good. It's a straight line free throw, bounced off the back rim, dropped in, and the whole Knicks fans celebrate. Whole crowd celebrated like the Knicks won the championship there. Second free throw, bounced out. Wembanyama with big-time energy, soared up and snatched the defensive rebound. Spurs with possession. San Antonio just one made free throw this entire first quarter. Hasn't phased them. They are red hot from the floor. Wemby takes the three. No good off the back rim. A rebound went to Anunoby. And that's the habit that he's going to have to eliminate. That was a tough three-point shot attempt early in the shot clock contested. Could have generated a much better look than that. 7-second differential shot clock and game clock to close out at the end of the opening quarter. Brunson working on Champagnie off the dribble. Brunson step back deep two. No good off the rim. Wembanyama with a defensive rebound. Final seconds left to go in the first. Wemby pass midcourt. Wemby takes on Robinson. Wemby dribbles, drives right down the lane inside. Couldn't finish, as he was in between a pass and a layup attempt and decided to make the pass at the buzzer. So that's how he closed out the end of the first quarter. 11-point lead for the Spurs. Lucky that it's not the end of the fourth quarter. Those were two bad decisions by Victor Wembanyama to close out the end of the quarter. And honestly, if they generate both buckets out of those possessions, they're leading. Probably leading right now, 37-22. Instead of 33-22 at the end of one. So, luckily, San Antonio is up by 11, but two poor possessions by Victor Wembanyama. He's going to want those back coming up, starting off the second quarter. 11-point lead for the Spurs. We head over to the quick break. We'll be back in a couple moments. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the BTAB brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top's gear to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top's jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. All right, if you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. We are one quarter through of action tonight here in San Antonio, playing really well. An amazing start, getting everybody involved. They've got themselves 7 different scores so far. Victor Wembanyama, 9 points in 9 minutes, plus 13 on the floor. Playing well down low, looking like himself. Couple slam dunks, an alley-oop jam by Wemby. Plus 2 blocks, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. Seems like he's got a lot more than 3 rebounds. Those rebounds coming with energy tonight. Stephon Castle playing well. 7 points for him. Devin Vassell's got 6. Castle, 3 assists, no turnovers. Champagnie made a 3. Fox has 2. Off the bench, Harper with 4. Harper's playing with energy. Keldon Johnson with 2. Shooting 58% from the floor in the first quarter. 14 for 24. As a team for the Spurs. 4 for 7 from the perimeter. They're coming out. They're not forcing it. They're making great decisions with the basketball. High quality looks. Doing a nice job out there so far. Josh Hart with 8 points. 6 by Anunoby. Brunson's got 5. Cat with just 2. And Bridges with early foul trouble, only limited to 3 minutes, no points for Mikal Bridges. OG Anunoby minus 15, playing 10 minutes in that first quarter. And Knicks lower percentage, just 42%, 8 for 19. Knicks have turned it over 4 times. San Antonio, 2 turnovers. Couple just rare turnovers for New York in that opening quarter, and they were early on. They had they had one that sailed to the backcourt out of bounds. They had another one that they just couldn't connect in the pass, cross-court out of bounds. Just weird turnovers that they have in their own building tonight. Yeah, number that I'm looking out for in this game is points in the paint. 16 points in the paint for San Antonio, making an impact down low. That's a great start for them. So they are a quarter of the way to 64 points in the paint tonight for the Spurs. Yeah, last game they were really sloppy in quarter 2. They scored like 18 points or so in the second quarter. So this is going to be a big one here for San Antonio. Landry Shamet Sends it cross court. First time on the floor today for Jose Alvarado. Scores the runner. Knicks get themselves winning 9. Alvarado on the board. Stephon Castle on the court alongside Wembanyama, Fox Champagnie, and Carter Bryant. First time on the floor. Connects on the 3. The driving kick works out for Carter Bryant. First minute, first made triple. 12-point lead for the Spurs. Jose Alvarado on the court alongside Kat McBride, Shamet, and Anunoby. Baseline dribble McBride. Sends it out to the corner. Off to Alvarado. Alvarado clamped by Castle. Crossover off the dribble. Alvarado finds the gap. Instead, moves on top. Going to have to go. 2 in the shot clock. Shamet blocked by Carter Bryant. Spurs have it up the floor off their defense. Stephon Castle fires a bullet to the corner. Bryant towards his left off the dribble. Cross court connects with Wembanyama. 12 in the timer for Victor Wembanyama. He will slow it down. Wemby, one-on-one. Thought about the step back, got it stripped. Instead, Champagnie hoists up a 3. No good off the back rim. A rebound went to Alvarado. And that was a panic shot there for Julian Champagnie. Just had to get one up as the initial possession when Wemby got stripped of the basketball by Cat. Crossover, McBride. Tough 3 from the corner. No good off the mark. Contested by Fox. Loose ball foul. Charge to San Antonio. I believe it's going to be on Castle here that picks it up. Everything was going so well. That's actually going to be on Carter Bryant. And Carter Bryant next to Castle picked up the loose ball foul. They had numbers too. If they came away with a rebound cleanly there, didn't go over the back for that foul, they had a 5 and 4 going up the floor. Jordan Clarkson will check into the game now for the Knicks. He replaces McBride. Not much of a scoring punch here for New York. The shot selection is looking iffy so far by the Knicks as well. McBride, inbound passer. Sends it off the Cats at the wing. Cardi Towns takes on Bryant. Cap. Outside corner. Anunoby. Tough 3. Fouled. That's going to be 3 free throws. Takes the page right out of SGA's playbook. Clear-cut flop off a 3-point shot attempt. OG Anunoby, a clear-cut flop right there. 3 free throws by OG. First one is good. I'll be back live Wednesday night, Game 4 of the series, 8:30 p.m. Make sure to tune in once again. Second free throw is good. This game could come down to deciding free throws being a factor. Last game, 76% for the Knicks. Only 70% by San Antonio. OG Anunoby, perfect 4 for 4 tonight at the free throw line. Third shot. Nails that one as well. 5 for 5 for OG. 9 points tonight currently by Anunoby. Spurs with possession. Yep, right now Wembanyama's on the floor. So 9-point lead they've built. Castle, spin cycle, drives inside the paint. Lost it, fouled. That's going to be on the Knicks, picking up the personal with Landry Shamet. This is going to send Stephon Castle to the free throw line. So this is only their 3rd trip in the night for San Antonio. Just 1 for 3 as a team. First free throw is good. Kel Bridges just checked back in. He's only played 3 minutes so far. This could flip to the Knicks' favor here since Bridges came back in. He has been incredibly efficient. And right now, they need knockdown shooting efficiency. They just don't have that. Bridges have been able to get that. Perfect 4 for 4 from 3 in the last game. So right now, they're down by 11. Wembanyama on the floor. Can the Knicks cut the deficit with Bridges back on the floor? Those 2 personal fouls, just 3 minutes tonight. That'll be the question. Alvarado. Pocket pass finds Cat. Cat, up fake. at the free throw circle. Outside Alvarado, 6 in the shot clock. A lot of dribbling towards his right. Drives out Wemby. Pull-up jumper over Wemby. Got it. Plus the foul. Jose Alvarado able to get it to drop right over Wembanyama. Half his height off that dribble. And just pulls up and just puts in a bucket right over the top of him. And he got Wembanyama off balance. Wemby tried to block it off the vertical, but couldn't get it at that angle. He got Wemby off the backside. And it's going to be Cat who was fouled. Yeah, Cat was the one who got fouled there. So they're going to have a free throw attached to this. Yeah, Cat got knocked down at the back end of the play, so they're going to get a free throw attached to this as well. And the free throw is good, buried by Cat, 38-30. So Jose Alvarado buried the jumper. Cat got knocked down, back end of the play, buried the free throw, 8-point game. Attack of the paint, Castle right to the rack, scores the layup. Quick response right back for the Spurs. That's just perfect right there. Knicks unable to get set defensively, and Stephon Castle goes right through the teeth of the defense. He's got 11. Cat working his way on Castle. Hand off to Anunoby. Takes on Carter Bryant 101. Dribbles up inside the key. Kick out. Quarter. 3. Clarkson. A splash. Jordan Clarkson sends MSG into an eruption. 7-point game right now. They're only 3 for 11 from the perimeter, but that's some big-time bench points for the Knicks. Fox spreads it out to the wing. Open 3. Castle missed off the mark. A rebound secured by Anunoby. Here goes the Knicks. Knicks looking to change around this game. Alvarado working on Fox around the perimeter. Switch guarded by Carter Bryant. Jose Alvarado sends it off to Cat. Cat, top of the key, takes on Fox 101. Cat inside the paint. Tough shot, off balance. Got it. Karl Anthony Towns buries the 2. 5-point game all of a sudden. Here comes the Knicks. Stephon Castle weaves his way inside, lost it, turnover. They got numbers 3-on-2 up the floor, got poked all the way to the perimeter. Ojito shoots the 3, makes the 3 from downtown. Bang, bang, bang on the New York Knicks on an 8-zip run in a minute 21. Timeout on the floor. 40-38. New York, another brilliant second quarter, outscoring the Spurs 16-7. We're going to take a timeout here, taken by San Antonio. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the B-Tab brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top's gear to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top's jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Jose Alvarado, Jordan Clarkson, those guys off the bench making plays and chipping right into the deficit. Jordan Clarkson in 2 minutes is a plus 10 on the floor, and all of a sudden a 12-point lead by the Spurs has evaporated down to 2. This is deja vu all over again in the last game. San Antonio held on to a 12-point lead in the previous game. They lost it, and they ended up losing it. And Jalen Brunson has just 5 points. Mikal Bridges, foul trouble, played just 5 minutes so far tonight. Cat only has 5. OG Anunoby having a strong night, 12 points in 15 minutes. And then production by Clarkson and Alvarado off the bench. Yeah, this is not a good sign right now for the Knicks for the Spurs currently in this game. That all of a sudden, with Wembanyama on the floor, that the lead has evaporated down to 2. That couldn't happen. That lead needed to evaporate when Luke Cornett was out there, not when Victor Wembanyama was out there. And goes to show the adjustments from each coach in the series. And Just one head coach, super experienced, Mike Brown, that he is just coaching circles around Mitch Johnson in this series, and this is just a very young, inexperienced team for the Spurs. And they've been starting off well. They've been playing really well. They had a game against the Thunder in the last series that they were up like something crazy. Like they had an incredible start against the Thunder. One of the games up like I think it was like 16-0 or something. They lost that game in the series. The game that they got up like 16-0. They lost that game against the Thunder. I think that was game 2. So they had lost game 2 against the Thunder when they were up by a bunch to start off, and the Thunder couldn't score a bucket in the first like 4 or 5 minutes to save their lives. And right now, same as that case is happening. They had built a 12-point lead, and then all of a sudden, they just can't make stops. Carter Bryant, yeah, Carter Bryant needs to get out of the game. -9 on the floor. I mean, he's just a liability defensively. Like, they're taking so much advantage of Carter Bryant when he's out there, just completely out on an island, just mismatched with whoever he plays against. Carter Bryant's a rookie out of Arizona, pick number 14 in the 2025 draft. Like, he just needs to not play for him. Because whenever he's been out there, it's just been a total disaster. Miss Boozhound, welcome back in. Thanks for joining in. In a beautiful area, Northampton. Yeah, nice area out there. We get back to action. 2-point game, Spurs with possession. Castle on the floor alongside Wemby, Vassell, Champagnie, and Harper. And away from the ball, Cat picks up the personal foul. Inbound goes to Wemby. Wemby inside the key. Off fake. Wemby takes on Cat. Fall away. Ring around a Rosie and out. No good. A rebound goes to Hart. Alvarado alongside Cat, Hart, Clarkson, and Bridges. Alvarado dribbling circles, looking like TJ McConnell from last year's playoff run. On the outside, Clarkson, Hart, Alvarado, bounce pass into the hands to Cat. Follow-away jumper, deep 2, baseline, rattled out, tipped around. Wembanyama hauls in the defensive rebound. Spurs have possession. Harper up the floor, off the Castle, accelerates downhill. Castle off the Euro. Castle score off the glass, good for 2. 4-point lead right now for San Antonio. Stephon Castle playing well tonight. He's got 13, 5 for 6 shooting. Jose Alvarado takes on Vassell. Bounce pass into the hands to Cat. Hand off to Alvarado. Alvarado working on Wembanyama. 1-on-1 around the perimeter. Takes the 3. Missed off the mark. Bridges fouled on the rebound. It's on Harper. Yeah, De'Aaron Fox just... He's the highest played player on the roster and just not showing up again tonight. Just 1 for 4, 2 points. He had a pretty solid game too, but he had an awful game 1. Once again, hasn't shown up. They need everybody to play well tonight in order to win this game. Cat right to the rim as soars up and scores with a right-hand finger roll. They cut it down to 2 once again. Champagnie inside the key. Kick out corner. Harper takes the 3. No good off the mark. A rebound secured by Clarkson. Right now, Wembanyama's on the bench. It is Luke Cornett who is on the floor. Jordan Clarkson towards his right off the dribble. Gets past Castle. Attacks the paint. Working on Cornett 1-on-1. Pass broken up on a bounce. Went off of Harper. This will stay Knicks ball. 6:19 in the game clock. Orb Weaver, welcome in, liking the Knicks in this one tonight. So right now, Victor Wembanyama on the bench, and this is not a good sign for San Antonio as Luke Cornett makes an impact play defensively now. Came up with a swat deflection. Here goes the Spurs off the steal. Harper on top finds Castle. Going to need to hold their own right now with Wemby currently in the benches. Cornette's trying to fill in for those critical minutes. Missed three, skipped around the rim and out, misfired by Harper, broke it up out of bounds off the Knicks. Underneath the hoop here for the Spurs off the inbound. Castle sends it off to Vassell. Vassell lost it. Turnover. That cannot happen if you're San Antonio. Goes right back to them now as they're able to force the turnover. Get the bucket. And one. Covered up on the free throw line. Stephon Castle able to flip it back in the favor of the Spurs. Off the loose ball steal and score and one. Wow. Where was that too? By Jordan Clarkson. That's just 2 points given away right back to Castle. Like, that was a huge mistake there by San Antonio. And then Jordan Clarkson makes an even bigger mistake and couldn't even find an open teammate in the backcourt. And the free throw is good. That's a huge swing of the game right now. So the Knicks could have led if they had generated points off that turnover. It was either going to be 42-42 or 43-42. And they scored a bucket. And incredible basket right there by Jalen Brunson. Houdini-like going right through the defense. Harper attacks the paint, soars up to the rim, gutted a drop good for the layup. A lot of good action going on right now. 47-42. Clarkson dribbles up, drives inside the paint. Clarkson right to the rim, scores, up and in off the window. Got some good baskets here at rapid fire pace. All of a sudden, these two teams penetrating the paint against one another. Crossover. Castle stays with the play. Castle gutted a drop, scores the two. Playing through contact right there with a no call by Stephon Castle. Castle thought he clearly got fouled. And we are going to have a timeout here taken on the floor. 49-44. Some insane basketball going on between these two teams. Castle with a tough take right over OG Anunoby right to the hole. Scoring a bucket. He thought it should have been an and one. No call over the referees. It's going to be Knicks ball once we get back to action. 49-44. Timeout taken on the court. It's going to be a timeout taken by the Knicks. Their second charge timeout in the night as we head over to the quick break. A lot of stuff going on there in that sequence. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Wow, just some really good basketball going on. Back and forth, back and forth. Stephon Castle having an incredible game tonight for San Antonio offensively. He's got 18 points, 14 minutes, 7 for 8 from the floor. He is scoring at will tonight in this game. Webby with 9. Vassell with 6. 6 off the bench by Harper. Knicks led by OG Anunoby, 12 points by OG. Cat with 7. Brunson with 7. That was an insane layup that Brunson got. Yeah, Brunson just, man, so crafty. Like able to slither his way past defenses and score off balance. And the footwork is just tremendous. Like he's got the step through his bag. Just incredible footwork for him. Bunch of different head fakes he does. Just any little sort of like hesitation play or so to be able to get off his own shot and be able to generate that. And just, man, just so good. Yeah, Stephon Castle playing out of his mind tonight. Yes, Wemby's been playing. Luke Cornett had the last couple minutes on the floor. Tonight, Wembanyama, 9 points, 14 minutes. Luke Cornett's played 5 minutes yet to score tonight. If you guys are just joining in, Spurs led by 12. Now it's down to 5. Honestly, they're lucky that it's not even closer. There was a turnover that they had, a bad turnover in their front court, and then the Knicks had a turnover right back in their back court, which led to an and one by Stephon Castle. Davian, thanks for joining in out from Arizona. Right now, we get back to action. 5-point game, Knicks with possession. Jalen Brunson on the floor alongside Anunoby, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, Jordan Clarkson. OG sends it out to the wing. Hart dribbles up inside the key. His pass broke it up into the hands of Clarkson, though, for the shot clock. OG has to launch. He does. Tough corner three. Buries it. OG Anunoby lets it rain from the corner. 2-point game right now. Knicks starting to make their shots. Dylan Harper towards his left off the dribble. Harper attacks the paint. Harper to the rim and no good. Blocked to the bounds by Anunoby. That was a great defensive play there, step for step. OG Anunoby, perfect play defensively. Inbound, corner, three, Champagny, well off target, long rebound, hauled in by Hart. Hart pushing tempo. Josh Hart, hand off the Bridges. At the wing, sends it on top, back to Hart, slides it off towards his right. Brunson, it tees up the three for the lead. He nails it. Jalen Brunson lets the Knicks take their first lead in the night. 50-49. Whole crowd roars, stands up on their feet at MSG. Wemby, afraid to attempt the shot. Looked like Chet Holmgren in Game 7 for OKC. Now he takes the three and he buries it. Wow, he gave up for a 2, for a 3 at the top of the key, and instead, he made that shot straight away. 52-50. Jalen Brunson, edge of the midcourt logo. Taking on Devin Vassell, 101, 8 on the shot clock. Brunson, switch guarded by Champagny. Crossover at the wing, 1-on-1 Brunson. Dribbles, takes him inside. Runner left short off the rim, tipped around, out of bounds. Last off a Hart. This is going to be Spurs ball, 3.5 left to go. Wow, out in Idaho. Enjoy your trip there for Michael, out in the cabin tonight. Will, thanks for joining in. Appreciate you for finding my stream. If you guys are new in the channel, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Victor Wembanyama, big time 3. Like, I was getting worried right there how he started off that possession. He had a wide open look and decided not to attempt a shot, pulling up at the free throw circle. And here they go for a lob. Over the top of Wembanyama. You're going to be kidding me right there. Shoves it down. A one-hand jam. 4-point game. An insane alley-oop for Wembanyama. Anunoby. His pass broke it up, tipped up, intercepted. Dylan Harper up the floor finds Wemby. 3 minutes left to go. Harper tees up the 3 off the back rim of Wemby. Able to save it, though the Spurs get called in the foul. It's on Stephon Castle, who picks up the over-the-back violation. Jalen Brunson, he was the one who got knocked down. A little bit of pain right now for Jalen Brunson, but he's going to get helped out back to his feet. Stephon Castle is going to be careful. Oh, yeah, that's a heavy, heavy shove. Knicks just signaled challenge. They're challenging this foul. They think it's a flagrant 2. The Knicks are challenging this foul call on Stephon Castle. Yeah, wow. Holy smokes. Yeah, they think it's going to be a flagrant 2. That was some hard shoving by Stephon Castle. He shoved Jalen Brunson big time to the deck. That was a heavy, heavy shove there. Hassel's got 2 fouls right now. Carter Bryant with 2 for the Spurs, and then 2 fouls each by Cat and Bridges. So nobody with 3 so far tonight. Wow. See what they placed this for. Wow, Jalen Brunson's still having trouble. Yeah, Jalen Brunson's going to get free throws out of this. So Jalen Brunson buries the free throw. So it looks like Stephon Castle foul while shoving down Jalen Brunson. That's the call. Second free throw is good. Back to a 2-point game. Spurs have possession back. Knicks 10 for 12 at the free throw line. Spurs tonight 4 for 6. Castle, bounce pass, terrible decision, looking for Wemby, turnover. Cat came up with a steal, racing up the floor. It is Hart to the rim, scores the layup, ties it up at 54 apiece. Derek Jeter, courtside seats right now. Josh Hart, double figures, just got to 11. Gonna have to limit those mistakes if you're San Antonio. That's not gonna help you win the game. And bounce back in the series. Wemby, hand off to Fox. Fox at the baseline. Jumper deep 2. Rolls in. That is good. That's something that they really needed out of De'Aaron Fox, and got it right there off that possession. In the corner, Josh Hart. Towards his left off the dribble. Finds Jalen Brunson at the top. Brunson, dribble, straight line. Brunson gives it away. Hart, extra pass made to OG. Covered by Wemby. Gets past him off the dribble. Soars up to the rim. Ducks it down with a 2-handed flush. OG Anunoby surging right past Wembanyama to the hole. Tie game up at 56. They're doing exactly what they want to do with their offense right now for the Knicks. They're moving around the ball. They're getting Wemby on switches. They're getting Wemby out around the perimeter. Wemby off the pivot, puts it up, and draws the shooting foul. And Wembanyama will shoot 2 coming up at the free throw line. Yeah, the way that you're going to beat the Spurs, move the basketball, get Wembanyama out on the perimeter, and then dribble, get past them off your speed right to the hole. Because Wembanyama backpedaling, he's just not going to be able to keep up with what the dribble drive penetration speed is to the rack, which OG Anunoby had. Norman, welcome in. First free throw, good by Wemby. Second free throw bounced off the rim, no good. So Wemby was off the mark on that free throw. Goes right back over to the Knicks, down by 1. New York has trailed throughout the majority of this first half. Cat's off the double team. Looks to get it away. He does. Cross court, great decision. Hart finds Brunson up fake. Blows past Castle off the dribble outside the Hart. Making 2 threes tonight. Makes the third. Josh Hart splashes down the 3. 59-56. Largest lead of the game for the Knicks. Castle. Final minute left to go at the top. Takes on Anunoby, dribbles, attacks him inside the paint, spin cycle to the hole, no good, wild off the top of the glass. Here goes New York running the floor. Brunson taking on a Wembanyama, switch guarded by Harper around the perimeter, flings it to the corner. Wemby late to the closeout, baseline dribble, OG, bounce pass, Bridges, outside, Hart, Brunson from deep range, got it! Jalen Brunson, a bang, a bang, a bang, sends down the house, and MSG 40 seconds and under left to go before halftime. Largest lead by the Knicks as they are surging on a 40-24 run in the second quarter. Missed shot by Fox in the baseline. New York with all the momentum. Chance here to go up 3-0 in the series. The chemistry popping. The ball is moving. Brunson getting better by the quarter. Jalen Brunson at the MSG Garden logo. Dribbles up, drives inside the Kia. Brunson, bounce pass underneath Cat, off fake Cat, slithers his way around, draws the shooting foul. It's on Wembanyama. 2 free throws coming up by Karl-Anthony Towns. The ball is popping, the ball is moving, the ball's got energy. The New York Knicks playing with energy. The fans in white and orange and blue at MSG bringing in the energy, bringing in the money, bringing in the big-time bucks. Man, what a way to enjoy a game tonight before heading back to the yachts after this game for these fans tonight. What a way to do that. Every single fan in the stands, they're going right back to their mansion, going right back to their yacht after this one. First free throw is good. Disastrous second quarter for the San Antonio Spurs, and the New York Knicks just so deep. Guys just making plays, just so much more of a scoring punch from their starting unit. Plus, when they've got an impacts out of Clarkson and Alvarado, that really just heightens them up even further and makes things even more lethal. Second free throw by Cat is good. All of a sudden, 64-57. Young team on the road, trailing by 18 points in the quarter with a bunch of turnovers. Wembanyama attacks the paint. Wemby off the pivot. Tough turnaround at the buzzer. No good. Left it short. And we go into halftime, and the New York Knicks outscored the San Antonio Spurs 42-24 in the second quarter. The New York Knicks are an absolute machine. The ball movement is insane by New York. Victor Wembanyama tonight, when he is played, he is -6. That is not good. He needed to be a +15 on the floor. He is a -6 right now going into halftime, and that's not a good sign because he hasn't even shot the ball that terrible tonight. 15 points, 6 for 10 shooting, making pretty much a lot of good decisions for him. Not pulling up and attempting contested shots, but he is getting beat off the dribble a ton. OG Anunoby able to beat him off the dribble, taking it right to the rim and soaring up for a dunk. And the Knicks have found their recipe to win this game. They're getting Wembanyama on switches out on the perimeter, and they're just blowing right by him, right to the cup, and able to score at will to the rim. Like, everybody is getting easy twos at the rim, basically like a layup line or a dunking spot for the Knicks in that second quarter. 17 by Anunoby. That's on 5 for 6 shooting. Perfect. 5 for 5 at the free throw line. 15 by Brunson. 13 by Cat. Both Brunson and Cat got out to slow starts in the first. All of a sudden picked it up in the second. They got 3 guys making a big-time impact scoring-wise. Stephon Castle playing his mind out tonight. Playing out of his mind tonight. 18 points in 18 minutes. 7 for 9 shooting. He's done a great job. Wemby's got 15, but you need more of a scoring punch, and they just don't have that third guy. Yeah, Jay Ramirez put out here about Tobias Harris. Definitely need another scoring punch for them, and he's somebody that can accept like the 3 roll on a team or so. Like a veteran guy for a very young team, and that could certainly help out, because where in the world's De'Aaron Fox? Like, here's a guy who averages like 20 points per game. He's got 4 points going into halftime, a -13 on the floor. Yeah, De'Aaron Fox a couple of years ago was averaging 26 points per game for the Kings. Like, he's MIA. Devin Vassell just 6 points. He needed to be great. Champagny is Joel just 1-3. Like, they needed everybody to have a great game. And it's not happening. They've only got Wemby and Castle. But Wemby has not looked good defensively tonight. And then Carter Bryant's been a complete liability defensively that he needs to get benched and not even play. Like, it needs to be a DMP CD for Carter Bryant because he's unplayable in this series. Dylan Harper only generated 6 points. He's missed all 4 3-point shots, so he hasn't been a factor tonight. He was pretty solid first 2 games in the series. Keldon Johnson only getting 2. And then after that, you don't really have much options. Like, Harrison Barnes isn't going to be a guy who's going to get you points. Other guys off the bench basically come in during garbage time, unplayable for minutes in any sort of like game that's close in the finals between guys like Kelly Olynyk and Lindy Waters, Bismack Biyombo, Mason Plumlee, Jordan McLaughlin. So that's part of the problem too, is that the Spurs have to shorten up the rotation because all those guys that I listed, the guys who haven't played, that's 6 guys. They're not going to hit the floor unless it's garbage time in this series. And besides Harrison Barnes, probably going to get some minutes in the second half somehow because Carter Bryant's unplayable. So that brings basically just an 8-man rotation for San Antonio. That's it. You guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. Right now, just at halftime. Knicks tonight going with a really deep rotation. 10 guys deep tonight. Alvarado, Clarkson, Robinson have all scored. Mikal Bridges yet to score off the bench, but nevertheless, he's the top plus, a plus 14 on the floor for him. De'Aaron Fox just 4 points going into halftime. Yeah, he's the highest paid player on the Spurs for De'Aaron Fox. Yeah, De'Aaron Fox is... Wow, he's contracted through 2030. $61 million through 2030. Yikes. $37 million this year. Next year it's at $49.8 million. And then it goes up to $53.7 million in 27-28, $57.7 million, 28-29, $61 million the 29 and 30 season. That's a guaranteed $260 billion. Or, no, $260 million. 6 years there. Yeah, $260 million by De'Aaron Fox. Yeah, so it's De'Aaron Fox right now. He's making $37 million. That's going to jump up $12 million higher next year to 49. Devin Vassell making around $27 million. Second highest paid player. Harrison Barnes, that's $19 million for a guy who barely plays. Keldon Johnson, a bench player, making $17.5 million. Olynyk, $13.4 million for a guy who barely plays. That's the same as Wemby. Basically, $13.3 million for Wembanyama off his rookie contract, $16.8 million in his final season of the rookie contract next year. Dylan Harper's rookie contract right now making $12.3 million. That's crazy. Dylan Harper in year 1 is making $1 million less than what Wembanyama is a couple of years into the league. Wow, Stephon Castle, 9.5 million. That's it. Wow. Yeah, I don't know who's gonna want to take on that for De'Aaron Fox if they try to trade him or so. Right now, Knicks shooting the cover off the ball. Strange thing enough is that the Knicks shot 42% in the first quarter, shooting right now at halftime 58% for the floor, 22 for 38. Spurs are shooting not terribly, 53%. Just cut up defensively in that second quarter. Got outscored 42-24 in the second. Knicks 12 for 14 at the free throw line. Spurs just 5 for 8. +4 in the glass for the Knicks, 18-14. Both teams points in the paint, 28-28. 7 turnovers by the Knicks, 5 turnovers by the Spurs. It seems like it's a lot more than 5 turnovers because whenever there's been a bad turnover for San Antonio, it's just critically hurt them. Spurs led 85% of the first half. All the momentum's with the Knicks. Knicks making big shots late. Wembanyama just can't keep up defensively. Just keeps on backpedaling. They get him out on the perimeter. They just keep on blowing past Wemby to the rim. I think it's a little bit of both for San Antonio. They're a young team. These guys were not in the playoffs last year. It's kind of similar to the Patriots making it to the Super Bowl this year, where I don't think if you went into the preseason, I don't think many people thought that San Antonio would make it all the way to the finals. I mean, a lot of people knew that they were going to be really good and bounce back, but just a very, very young team that they have, and with a young coach. Whereas they're going up against a veteran, experienced group of players that's played like a long, long time before. Like not only in the NBA, but 3 of these guys played at Villanova with one another. So they know how to win championships already, winning college national titles. So the chemistry has been there. That's a huge part of it, is the team chemistry is through the chains, and that's where the ball movement. That's why the ball movement's just so clean and crisp for these guys. Like the attention to detail going through the film sessions on these players are so huge because they were under 3 guys with Brunson Hart and Mikal Bridges, all part of Jay Wright's system at Villanova. And when you have a coach like that, like a Hall of Fame college coach to start off with, it's one of the best in the game, gets the best out of the players. They don't need to be like guys that's going to wow you with athleticism, but guys that's able to just go in and just look at film, lock in every single day, and pay attention to all the details. And they've got that packed down, this Knicks team. Like, they're just locked in. Yeah, really good question about OKC. Um, I I think that could have posed a problem when the Knicks where fouls could be be an issue there, taking out the Knicks into foul trouble, especially if they target guys like Cat in that series if OKC was matched up. But OKC would yeah, they had injuries, and then they actually have like a worse scoring punch than San Antonio. Yeah, really good experience for these Spurs that they've got. Too bad right now for them. It's just looking like they're just not there in terms of their experience, just a super young team. Because I actually predicted for them to go to the finals back in April. When I covered them a couple of times in the regular season, I was really impressed by how they played. But that was basically against the Celtics. And Celtics don't really have like a true like number one big man out there. So Wemby dominated in both of those games. Yeah. So I think for sure this would have been the better matchup. OKC, yeah, they get derailed by injuries, and it was basically SGA. Like nobody else really was able to show up. Like SGA carried his team on his back, and nobody else could show up in that game 7. Wow. Yeah, hit us up in the chat if you guys were alive when the Knicks last won the title back in '73. Hit us up in the chat. That'd be interesting to know. Knicks last won in 1973, so they won 53 years ago. So yeah, if you're 53 years or older, then you might have remembered the Knicks. Yeah, good question. About sitting Fox. Yeah, probably Dylan Harper. More Dylan Harper in place of Fox. Nobody's in deep foul trouble, so that helps out. I feel like Dylan Harper should be starting in this series. He's been pretty good offensively for him. Ray Sunday, 5 years old in the stream. Welcome in. I thought there were no watch parties. That's probably outside the garden due to the safety of the president. But yeah, they got watch parties all across New York, Williamsburg, New York. They had one. Brooklyn, they showed a watch party. They showed one in Queens, Astoria. They have a watch party. Derek Jeter, Peyton Manning, or no, Derek Jeter, Eli Manning, front row seats for tonight's game. Hit us up where you guys are from out here on the channel. Big ups if you guys are out from New York. A lot of great places out in like New York State. Like I get like all the tourism videos out in New York States. Yeah, believe it or not, I'm like 3 hours away from New York City, but I've actually never been to New York City before. I think the closest I've been to there is like White Plains and Sleepy Hollow. And the Spurs are able to force a turnover, so the Knicks turned it over off the opening possession to start off the third quarter. Yeah, upstate New York's so nice out there. Ball got poked loose from Castle into the hands of Fox. Fox at the top of the key. Lobs it cross court. Finds Champagnie. Champagnie attacks the rack. Champagnie scores the layup. Cuts the deficit down to 5. Josh Hart at the top of the key, working on Champagny. Bounce pass into the hands of the Cat, and Wemby poked it loose, went out of bounds. Gonna stay Knicks ball. Francisco, what's good? Welcome to Knicks tonight, huh? Mr. Hank liking Knicks here from NYC. Welcome in. Inbound goes the Cat. 8 in the timer. Towns lob. Brunson, too tall off his fingertips, sailed out of bounds. So Spurs trying to cut the deficit down by 5. Wembanyama at the wing of the perimeter. Back into the hands to Wemby. Takes on Towns. Dribbles up inside the key. Wemby at the low block. Floats it cross court. Champagny fires a 3 as Champagny buries it. And he got fouled, and he is down injured. Good to see he's back up on his feet. Yeah, Champagny was rolling on the floor. Want to see here on this replay. Good skip pass by Wembanyama. All the way cross court. Champagny. Oh, yeah. He rolled his ankle, just landed on the shoe. Jalen Brunson in the landing zone. Yeah, front foot of Julian Champagny. Landing right on the back heel of Jalen Brunson once he made that 3. Hey, welcome in from Dubai. We got David out on the stream from Dubai. Welcome on board. Yeah, if you guys are out in the Philippines, send my thoughts and prayers out to you guys out there. I heard there was a big earthquake that happened yesterday over there, magnitude 7.8. So thoughts and prayers out to you guys out in the Philippines if you're tuning in watching. Yeah, so those shorts come through another streaming source which I stream from, which is called Assist Live, and then they're able to sync it up to the game in real time. Since I have the game clock provided by them, they're able to sync that in real time, and then they send me over to highlight clips in my profile, and then I just hit download, and then I'm able to drag and drop onto YouTube and then create the titles and put in the description and stuff like that and upload it. Penny right now is shooting free throws. Penny got 2 free throws out of it and split the free throws plus the basketball. They're going to roll it. Jalen Brunson, flagrant foul type 1. So referees rolled Jalen Brunson on a flagrant foul type 1, landing in the landing spot, Julian Champagny. So Champagny buried a 3, plus split the free throws, a 4-point play, chance here for a 7-point play, and San Antonio missed a wide open 3 with Stephon Castle. Right now, a 6-zip start for the Spurs. Brunson backs his way low block. Baseline dribble Brunson. Sends it outside to Anunoby. Handoff, or fake the handoff. Back out on top into the hands to Brunson. Slides it off to Hart. Finds Brunson again. Taking on Champagny for the timer. Jalen Brunson. A lot of dribbling. Dribbles up inside. Puts up the leaner. No good over Wemby. Offensive rebound. Brunson. Resilient possession. Scores the 2. The loose ball rebound went right back to Jalen Brunson to score it. 66-63. From the UK, thanks so much, Thomas, for joining in. For the tie, Champagny, no good off the mark. Get it off the fingertips of Wemby. Rebound went to Bridges. Knicks with possession. Josh Hart at the wing. Cross court connects with OG. Dribbles, drives right down the lane inside. Oh, it's too easy as he dunks it down with a 2-handed slam. Way too easy right there for OG Anunoby. Full out slam dunk line provided by OG. 9.5 left to go in the third. Attacking the paint. De'Aaron Fox couldn't finish. Drew the foul though. 2 free throws coming up by Fox. That is one you gotta get for De'Aaron Fox. Like, you gotta finish that down low with a layup. Unfortunately, couldn't do so. First free throw is good by Fox. Second shot is good by Fox. Cuts the deficit down to 3. 6 points now for De'Aaron Fox. Jalen Brunson past the timeline. On the floor alongside Anunoby, Hart, Bridges, and Cat. Jalen Brunson, edge in the midcourt logo, taking on Champagnie one-on-one at the right wing. A crossover, dribbles up inside the key of Brunson. A bounce pass, broke it up, ricocheted, and Castle comes away with a steal. They got numbers pushing it up the floor for San Antonio, and Vassell held up in transition, flinging up a shot attempt, working on Hart. And that drew a foul. So it's going to depend on if this is on a shot or what here. And this should be free throws coming up here at the line for Champagnie. Or check that, Vassell. It's going to be the one. Yeah, Vassell is going to be the one to shoot these free throws. Yeah, Josh Hart shooting foul. Devin Vassell, 2 free throws coming up. The first one's good. Yeah, De'Aaron Fox right now he's going to stay on the floor. He's given some instructions towards the sideline after that first free throw. Second free throw by Vassell, that is good. Down to a 1-point game. 10-4 start for the Spurs to begin the second half. 8 points now by Devin Vassell. It's only attempted 2 field goals so far tonight. Bounce pass went to OG. OG takes on Wembanyama at the wing of the perimeter. OG thinking about the step back. Went into an up fake, lobbed it off the Hart. Slides it cross court, Brunson, and away from the play. We get a foul. It's going to be on Wembanyama, knocking down Anunoby. Yep, that is. Victor Wembanyama, defensive foul away from the play, knocking out Anunoby. Got to be careful. Victor Wembanyama now with 2 personal fouls tonight. Knicks get the inbound. Bounce pass goes to OG. OG taking on Champagnie one-on-one near side corner. Dribbles up left baseline. Working on Wembanyama off the double team. On top, Brunson. Brunson, 5 of the shot clock. Bounce pass middle. Bridges. Kick out. Corner. 3. Hart. That's well off the mark. Tip to Champagnie. Rebound went to Vassell. Fox races up the floor. De'Aaron Fox attacks the paint. Fox off the double team and got broken up downhill. Out of bounds. And the Knicks had to touch them at the baseline. So this will stay Spurs ball off the inbound. Inbound goes to Vassell. And outside Wembanyama sends it off to Champagnie. Into the hands to Castle. Castle off the Euro. Kick out. Corner. 3. Fox off the back rim. No good. A rebound secured by Hart. De'Aaron Fox tonight not showing up in this game. 3. 2 for 8 now from the floor. Brunson inside the key off balance. Score it. And 1. Coming up with a free throw line for Jalen Brunson. How in the world did he score that? Just insane. Not even looking at the hoop right there. Just flings it up. Eyes are turned towards the corner. Puts one up and scores it right into the middle of the cylinder. Just insane, able to take that contact for Jalen Brunson. Looking at his hands after the end of that. Just an incredible bucket. Free throw is good. Cold-blooded. Jalen Brunson just too good. 20 points now tonight for Brunson. 4-point game. Down to 8 minutes left to go in the third. Fox bounce pass. Wemby jumper. 15-footer. Buries it. Big response right back for Wembanyama. Cuts the deficit down to 2. Knicks with possession. Top of the key with Cat. Cat's working on De'Aaron Fox off the mismatch. Cat's 101, and Fox picks up the reach and foul. This has been a bad game by De'Aaron Fox just all around. That's now 3 personal fouls. Keldon Johnson's going to check in. De'Aaron Fox tonight, 6 points in 22 minutes, 2 for 8 shooting, 0 for 2 from 3. He does have 7 total assists, but 3 personal fouls. -8 on the floor for Fox. That is the worst starter tonight for minuses. Right now, Fox is on the bench. Keldon Johnson came in. Dylan Harper came in. It is Johnson, Harper, Vassell, Castle, and Wemby, the 5 of the court. Brunson, Slithery, Brunson, runner, no good off the back rim. Wembanyama pulls in the defensive rebound. They got numbers up the floor for the Spurs. 3-on-2. Vassell fires a 3 and drills it. It's a 1-point lead for San Antonio. 72-71. Knicks had it broken up out of bounds off Vassell. It's going to stay Knicks ball. Yeah, I heard that too, Siegel. Prayers out to the people out in Cuba, too. Jalen Brunson, inbound goes over to OG. Anunoby, hedging the midcourt logo with possession. A jumper deep to a J. Got it. Right on back for OG Anunoby. 1-point lead for New York. Baseline dribble for Keldon Johnson, putting up a tough shot, drawing the shooting foul. And 2 free throws coming up here for Johnson for San Antonio. Hey, what's good? Edith, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. What a game tonight. If you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. San Antonio doing a great job responding in this third quarter. I am worried about them in the fourth quarter because this Knicks team is just so clutch. And the Knicks playing at home. And you got to make free throws. First one was no good. Missed free throws. That could be the difference again in this game. It was the difference in the Game 2 loss. They went 70% at the free throw line in Game 2. The Knicks went 76%. Tonight, San Antonio really struggling at the line. 10 for 16, 63% as a team. That's not going to cut it. Missing the second free throw. Keldon Johnson goes empty at the line as they are shooting around 60% at the free throw line tonight. Knicks are 13 for 15 at 87%. Jalen Brunson driving a Vassell, kick out, corner, 3, Hart, buries it. Josh Hart, it's a laser from the perimeter. 4-point lead right now for the Knicks, 76-72. Harper sends it off to Castle, attacks the paint. Castle double clutch, no good off the rim. A rebound secured by Towns. And all of a sudden, San Antonio is struggling to generate anything. And the Knicks commit a poor turnover. Off the mark on the pass as Brunson sent it wide to Hart. It's out of bounds. Got 400 plus watching right now. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Appreciate it all for being a part here on the channel. And right now, Knicks up by 4. 76-72, almost midway into the third. We're going to take the timeout here on the floor. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the BTAB brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top Skier to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. All right, if you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Right now, New York Knicks up by 4. This is not a good sign for San Antonio. This Knicks team just so clutch. And San Antonio looked like they were going to flip the switch in this third quarter, but the Knicks just keep on competing. Knicks are wearing them down. New York's like the better team throughout the second half of these quarters, where San Antonio gets out to a strong start, like the first portion of every quarter. They've gotten out to a strong start, and then the Knicks, all of a sudden, they just take it away from them in the second portion of the quarter. Jalen Brunson, one heck of a game tonight. 20 points by Brunson. Josh Hart with 16. He's been left open. He's been making his threes. San Antonio not even bothering defending Josh Hart in the three-point shooting. That's not on the scouting report. Just strictly going off analytics. And Josh Hart making the Spurs defense going to have to tip his cap off to him as he's making them pay. 16 points, 4 made threes. tonight alongside 6 rebounds, 4 assists for Josh Hart. 21 by OG Anunoby, playing really well and 7 for 8 shooting. And just San Antonio, they just don't have the scoring punch for them. Stephon Castle playing out of his mind tonight offensively. 18 points, 7 for 11. Victor Wembanyama set the tone early on. Got a lot of passes received down inside the paint. Now starting to get pushed off of his spot. 17.7 for 11 shooting. Devin Vassell with 11, but after that, not really much. Everybody else with 9 or below for the Spurs. What's good, Delta Force? Welcome back in. Mac, thanks for joining in. Yeah, Josh Hart making an impact tonight, and that's huge. Like, the first game of the series, he had no points, but still, he impacted the game in so many levels. He had 15 rebounds for Josh Hart in game 1, and just four steals and lockdown defense. He's just an absolute hustle play type of player. And when he's generating offense like this is a great sign to see for the New York Knicks. Yeah, I definitely want to see a tremendous series, but unfortunately, this might be a sweep, honestly. Knicks just, with their team chemistry just through the roof, and the experience, the veteran leadership, just so disappointing for San Antonio, especially when they could be winning this game if all they needed to do is make free throws. Yeah, Bridges got into early foul trouble, so he didn't play much in the first half. He has yet to score tonight. No points in 19 minutes, but when he's been out there on the floor, they've been able to get on a couple runs. He's a plus 11 on the floor. Wembanyama able to score off the tip-in. 76-74. Wemby's up to 19 tonight. Midway into the third quarter. Knicks with possession. Brunson on the floor alongside Hart, Robinson, Shamet, and Anunoby. Handoff Robinson. Brunson gets to his spot. Deep 2J off the mark. No good. A rebound secured by Johnson. Spurs need to go. Gotta go right now. Dylan Harper off to Wemby. Nice decision down low. Fires a bullet off to Johnson. Scores the 2. Victor Wembanyama going up into a jump shot motion and then able to send it off an excellent pass straight line to the hoop for Keldon Johnson. Josh Hart towards his right off the dribble. Dribbles up to the elbow. Into the hands to Brunson at the wing. Brunson takes on Castle. Brunson, mid-block. Bounce pass outside, sets up Hart. Hart attacks the paint. Hart, jumper, step back, mid-range, bounced out. Battle for the rebound. Wembanyama comes away with a defensive board. Spurs with possession, tied up at 76. Wemby pulls up from deep range over Robinson. Got it. It's a 30-foot J by Victor Wembanyama. 79-76, San Antonio. Playing with energy right now. No good. Missed 3 by Brunson. Tap back out to the perimeter. Anunoby with an offensive rebound. Anunoby and a 3 from the corner. No good. Robinson offensive rebound. New opportunity here for the Knicks. 10 in the timer on the shot clock. Brunson mid-range over the top. Got Mitchell Robinson able to score. Good for 2. It was a little bit short right there by Jalen Brunson, but Mitchell Robinson, right place, right time, able to put it up and in. And Dylan Harper down low. Able to draw the shooting foul here on the Knicks. The clock will stop. Wow, Jalen Brunson, that was a big-time possession, even though it came up short. Mitchell Robinson, just right place, right time. That's on Jalen Brunson, who just picked up his 4th personal foul. So San Antonio right now, the bonus. Dylan Harper shooting 2 free throws. First one, got the bounce. It is good. Spurs lead by 2. Luke Cornett comes in. Victor Wembanyama takes a seat on the bench. These are going to be some critical minutes coming up for the San Antonio Spurs and Luke Cornett. Second free throw by Harper. It is up. It is good. 3-point lead San Antonio. Knicks with possession. Jose Alvarado back in the court alongside Shamet, Robinson, Clarkson, and Anunoby. Right now, most of the bench guys are in for the Knicks. Shamet bumped into, followed by Vassell. Got a little bit of extracurricular activities happening after the whistle. Here's Landry Shamet. His body clipped right into the body of Devin Vassell. Devin Vassell pushing Shamet. Shamet taking exception to that, and Shamet with a little bit of a body chest bump on Devin Vassell. Vassell clapping after the whistle as Vassell got called in the foul. So Robinson going to take a seat on the bench right now for the Knicks. Now, did Shamet get teed up? That's the question. He did not. Shamet did not get teed up. Vassell thought for sure that Shamet was going to get teed up, but he did not. Vassell was celebrating, but Vassell was the one who got called in the foul. Clarkson able to get it off the bobble. Clarkson, runner no good. Clarkson, putback is good. It's a 1-point game. 81-80. Spurs with possession. Fox. Courses left off the dribble. De'Aaron Fox bounce pass outside Vassell. Back into the hands of Fox. 12 on the timer. Been a no good, very bad game by De'Aaron Fox tonight. Right baseline dribble. Keldon Johnson. 5 of the shot clock. And Knicks pick up a foul here. 3:40 remaining. That's, I believe, going to be on Shamet. Both teams are in a bonus. Yeah, that's going to be a Landry Shamet on the personal foul. Keldon Johnson shooting 2 free throws in the bonus. First free throw is good. They've had some issues tonight with free throws. Just 68% as a team. Second free throw, bricked off the back rim. Yeah, New York's down by 2 right now. Like, would not be shocked if the Knicks come on back and win this game because they're just so clutch. They're just, right now, coasting, kind of like hanging in. They've turned it over 4 times this quarter. Spurs with 0 turnovers. Away from the play, Keldon Johnson picks up the personal foul. Hey, look who's in the front row. Bob Kraft. Wow. It's kind of shocking to see. Bob Kraft supporting a Knicks game at MSG. Wow. Yeah, if it's a Celtics game, no doubt he's in the front row. But wow. Kind of shocked to see Bob Kraft in attendance, front row seats tonight. Second free throw, bricked off the back rim, missed by Anunoby. Got some missed free throws going on in this game right now. Spurs with possession. Harper attacks the paint over Cat, scores the bucket. That's a big basket right there for Dylan Harper. Silas welcome in. Spurs lead by 3. 84-81 San Antonio. Alvarado outside. Cat up fake. Cat dribbles up. Cat glides to the hole. No good off the back rim. Tipped up the court out for the defensive rebound. San Antonio without Wembanyama making a case right now. De'Aaron Fox at the low block. Fox off the double team. His ball gets swatted. Interception by Cat. Here goes the Knicks up the floor. Jose Alvarado to the rim. No good off the glass. Contact and no call by the referees. Goes right back over to the Spurs. Dylan Harper slows down tempo. Harper, follow-away shot. Tough one over OG off the back rim. No good. Tipped off the glass. Cornette. Offensive rebound. Cornette fouled. 2 free throws coming up at the line for Luke Cornette. Yeah, crazy amount of ticket prices they had. They were selling ticket prices for like 250 grand. 84-81 right now with 2:33 left to go in the third. Fournette's going to be shooting free throws in the bonus once we come back out. Yeah, good question. Probably only like a couple hundred or so. Like once you get into like the high hundreds into 1,000, it gets crazy for the ticket prices. And then probably those are going to be on like the nosebleed seats or so. Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty much with you, Jay Ramirez. Probably like 200 or so would be the max. I honestly enjoy it, like watching the games on TV more than like if you're in attendance and you have like a nosebleed seat, you're seeing ants, like you can't see anything. Actually, big thing about ants, seeing ants or so. So past weekend I was at the Rhode Island State Championships. I was doing the track and field from Brown. So Brown Stadium was built in 1925. So all those Ivy League stadiums like Harvard, Yale, like all those are like concrete stadiums, like Roman Coliseum stadiums, basically. Like they look like they were built by the Roman Empire. Um, yeah, Brown Stadium was 72 flights of steps. 72 rows of steps. There was 144 steps up to the press box, which is pretty steep. So yeah, we were like 7 stories, or I was 7 stories up broadcasting a track and field event, and I couldn't see any of like the identifiers on like the teams for like what school they were. Like I was so high up that I couldn't see the writing on the uniform for like any of the school names on it. Like I was basically like seeing ants for like the athletes, how far up I were. They were like teeny tiny. And how I was able to call the event, I had to memorize the school colors for all 48 schools in Rhode Island to be able to cover the event. So I had to memorize like Barrington is yellow and blue, East Providence red and white. There were a couple of schools that were green and white. Pontiac, Charahoe, green and white. Um, LaSalle, Woonsocket, Tiverton, all maroon and white. So yeah, it was a bunch of memorizing colors to be able to get down like what runner was like who is who for each runner. Bishop Hendricken was white and green. Yeah, I agree. Watching on the TV is so much better than going to one because you're at your own leisure. Like you don't need to get up to go to the bathroom and then force a bunch of unhappy people to get up out of their seats because you have to go to the bathroom and have to leave if you're like in the middle of the row. Like when I go to like events and stuff, I always prefer like the outside seats at the end of the row because I can get up on my own time if I needed to like go get something to eat or use the bathroom. So much better than having to get up all the time in the middle of the row or so if you're in the middle of the row and have to like use the bathroom. But yeah, definitely must win tonight for San Antonio. First free throw is good by Luke Cornett. Yeah, I didn't realize how high Brown Stadium was compared to the track and field. Like it was 144 steps up. Because when I go to the NASCAR race at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, we're on section row 39 that we're up. I think it goes up to like 48 rows in the speedway. So we're at like one of the higher rows up there. Up fake by Cat. Cat thinking about the step back. Made the extra pass to Alvarado. Torres right off the dribble. Sends it off to Shaman. Open 3 from the corner. Splash. Landry Shaman sizzles the triple. Cuts the deficit down to 2. Knicks ball movement been insane throughout this entire course of the series. Shamet first made bucket tonight. He's got 3. 2 minutes left to go. Castle at the top of the key. Castle dribbles up inside, flings it off to Harper. Extra pass made. Champagny, straight line 3, buries the triple. Right back. San Antonio with a major response there. Wembanyama at the scorer's table. A great sign to see for the Spurs without Wemby able to generate a 5-point margin. Alvarado stuck in the wing into the hands to Clarkson. Clarkson takes Cornette inside the key, puts up the shot, bounced off the rim, offensive rebound, putbacks there. Cat scores it. 89-86, Spurs pushing tempo quickly. Fox waits to slow down his teammates. De'Aaron Fox at the far side wing. Cross court connects with Champagnie. Champagnie, no good on a three. Battle for the rebound. Tipped up to Alvarado. Off the defensive glass. Shamet brings it up the floor. Landry Shamet going to slow it down as we approach the final minute left to go in the third quarter. Finds Cat at the wing. Cat, 12 at a timer off the double team. Cat trying to move it away, and he is swarmed off a double team by Cornette and Castle, getting really physical. Gutted off to Clarkson, 3 in the timer. Clarkson dribbles back outside. Contested 3. Oh, he buried it. Jordan Clarkson, bang, bang, bang. Big time 3, 89-89. Jordan Clarkson, double digits off the bench with 10. 40 seconds left to go in the third. Harper towards his right off the dribble. At the wing of the perimeter, takes the step back 3, buries the triple. Dylan Harper Jr., big time shot there from the outside. Spurs by 3. Got some great shot making going on right now. Alvarado. 9-second differential to close out the end of the third quarter. Shot clock, game clock. Bridges at the wing. Taken on Cornette. Dribbles up. 15-footer straight away. Bridges got it. Mikal Bridges connects in the 2. That is the first made field goal of the night by Bridges. And the Spurs with the last chance to close out the third. Harper takes the 3. Off the rim, no good. Tipped off the glass, and the rebound hauled in by Alvarado at the buzzer. 92-91 at the end of the third quarter of action. What a game. San Antonio up by 1, even though Victor Wembanyama was on the bench. Tonight, Wemby, +4 on the floor. Got some teammates, though, stepping up, making some impact plays. Dylan Harper, all of a sudden, getting going. 7 points in the third quarter. That was more than what he had at halftime. He's got 13 in the game. Spurs outscored the Knicks 35-27 in the third quarter. So we get a fourth quarter coming up. 92-91. Spurs up by 1, entering the fourth quarter in a matter of moments. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the BTAB brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top's gear to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top's jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Yep, Spurs need to take this game to stay in the series. No team has ever gone down to 0-3, come back and won ever again. Hey, what's good, Tim Burra? Thanks for joining it. Good morning out in the Philippines for you guys out there. Big shout out for you guys out in the Philippines. Hopefully, you guys are doing well out there. I heard yesterday, big time earthquake, magnitude 7.8. Sending thoughts out and prayers out in the Philippines. Thoughts out in Cuba. Cuba got hit by an earthquake earlier today. Thoughts out to those affected by the recent stuff going on in the world. If you're doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Just an incredible game right now. Just so close between one another. San Antonio, New York, both teams shooting the ball above 50% from the floor. Knicks 54%. San Antonio 52%. Where I believe where this game is going to lie tonight is at the free throw line. Plus also rebounding. The Knicks have out rebounded the Spurs 32 to 24 tonight in this game. 7-4 in the offensive glass for New York. San Antonio, though, with 9 more assists than New York. Last game, the ball was popping for the Knicks. They had like 29 assists and 39 made field goals. But tonight, it's the Spurs with 24 assists, just 15 by the Knicks. 11 turnovers by the Knicks. San Antonio with just 6. I mean, this is San Antonio's game to win tonight. You have just 6 turnovers right now. Knicks with 11. You go out, you win this game if you're the Spurs. But the issue for them tonight, they're winning the points off turnovers margin 19-5. The issue for San Antonio has been missed free throws, just not shooting the ball well tonight at the free throw line. They've left 7 points off the board. 15 for 22, 68% at the free throw line. The Knicks tonight, 14 for 17, 82%. Couple that with rough defense that they just can't put together consecutive stops, allowing the Knicks to light them up at 54% from the floor, 48% from three. And this game has solely been decided on efficiency tonight, where the Knicks have the upper hand in efficiency. 92-91, we get back to action. Spurs go right to left on the floor. Fox on the floor alongside Castle, Vassell, Wembanyama, and Keldon Johnson. At the right wing, Stephon Castle. Lob, Wemby snatches it. Wemby got it down low, and Wemby tried to put it up, and he got fouled. So Victor Wembanyama going to have 2 free throws here coming up in the line to start off this fourth quarter. Or no, beg my pardon, he will not. He got fouled before the shot, so no 2 free throws. This leads to an inbound. Castle off the baseline, dribble back out to the perimeter. Handoff, Fox tees up the 3. Fox way too long off the back rim, in and off the hands of Johnson. Loose ball foul on the floor, charge to Bridges. And this will lead to an inbound coming up for the Spurs. So foul trouble right now. Mikal Bridges, critical foul. And that is now his 3rd personal foul. Jalen Brunson has 4. Lob over the top. Castle connects with Wemby on the alley-oop slam. Victor Wembanyama just soaring up high over the top of the defense. Corner jumper Alvarado bricked off the back rim. Offensive rebound Shamet. Kick out Alvarado towards his right off the dribble. Into the hands to Bridges. Bridges drives on the Fox. 4 on the shot clock. Bridges lost it and broke it up on the bounce off Fox. Man, Victor Wembanyama just rolling right to the hoop and Cat unaware of his surroundings, unaware as he lost track of Wemby. Three seconds on the shot clock. Bridges inbound. Clarkson has to hit the turnaround and no good. That was well off the mark. It goes back over to the Spurs. Wemby has at the wing, finds Fox, turns the corner, drives, blocked by Clarkson. The foul, though, by Clarkson. Not a clean block, according to the refs. Jordan Clarkson right now talking to the referees about that foul call. Wow, $5.50 for the cheapest ticket for the World Cup. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. I've heard that residents in Foxborough are charging. They can charge those to park in their lawn for like $100+ and walk to the stadium. I heard there was a story about a guy, because I saw in the Boston News a couple days ago, he took a flight from Scotland to New Jersey, and then he's walking for a charity. He's walking in a kilt all the way from New Jersey to the World Cup Stadium in Foxborough, Mass., which is called Gillette Stadium. They rebranded it to Boston Stadium for the World Cup, but the guy from Scotland's walking the kilt, has 13 days starting. It started on June 1st. The first game for Scotland is on this Saturday, June 13th. Stolen. Fox comes out with a steal. His pass dumped off, broke it off to the corner, out of bounds. Went Alvarado, sailing right into the courtside seats. What an effort right there for Jose Alvarado. And before we get this inbound, we're going to have the court cleanup crew clean up something towards the courtside seat, which Alvarado came diving into. It looks like a drink fell down on the floor, so they're going to have to clean up that drink mess on the floor now they get it all settled. De'Aaron Fox, near side front court inbound, goes into the hands to Wemby. Wembanyama takes on Cat. Inside the key, Wemby goes backwards, stripped out of bounds. Excellent defense by Cat. It's going to stay, though, Spurs ball. Vassell inbound finds Wemby. 10 in the shot clock. Wembanyama takes on Cats. 6 in the shot clock. Thought about the step back. Made the extra pass. Fox pulls up from deep. Fox off target. Offensive rebound. Castle down low. Castle goes up and he lost it. Turnover. They brought the triple team right at Stephon Castle. Knicks have it up the floor. Down by 5. Josh Hart slows down tempo. Working on Devin Vassell 101. Torses right off the dribble. Sends it off to Bridges. Mikal Bridges at the wing. Takes on Keldon Johnson. Under 10 minutes left. Kick out, corner, Shamet with 3, off balance, launches, Shamet no good, loose ball, rebound, goes back to the Spurs, up the floor, Johnson, extra pass made Fox. Fox attacks the paint, outside Wemby, covered by Alvarado at the top of the key, decides not to attempt the 3, Castle instead will take the 3, and he missed it off the back rim. Back it goes to the Knicks. Both of these teams all of a sudden stone cold in this game. A corner 3, Shamet off the mark, no good. Tipped around, physicality ramping up right now as Fox comes away with a defensive rebound. Vassell up the floor, into the hands of Johnson, lob down low, Wemby, double team, goes up, bumped into and fouled. Clock will stop with 9:18. Wow, this game has really gotten physical with a lot of brick shots last couple minutes. Yeah, so these are major event games for the World Cup, like where the best countries in the world, the top 48 teams qualify for this World Cup. And these major events, the ticket prices are just crazy for whenever there's a major event, whether it's the Super Bowl, World Cup, NBA Finals, NHL Finals, World Series. The ticket prices are just through the roof, and they keep on getting higher and higher every single year. It's gotten to the point where ticket prices are higher than the single price for a home price to put down a full down payment on a home. Runner, Champagny, no good off the mark, tipped around. Bridges controls the defensive rebound. This has turned into a rock fight in this fourth quarter. San Antonio with all 4 points scored in the fourth. Knicks yet to score. Bridges looking to change that right here. Missed off the rim. A rebound goes to Harper. 5-point lead for the Spurs. Dylan Harper up the floor. Taking on Shamet, free throw circle, outside Castle, push pass, corner, Champagny, bounce pass, underneath, got the layup. Keldon Johnson scores the 2. That was a beautiful bounce pass underneath there to set it up for the Spurs. 12 turnovers now for the Knicks, just 6 tonight for San Antonio. 7-point lead for the Spurs, looking to bounce back. They have never lost 3 in a row. Brunson missed the layup. Robinson able to clean it up, though, for the tap in. 98-93, Mitchell Robinson able to score the 2. Harper, baseline dribble. Circles his way around, finds Wemby. Wemby, outside on top, Castle, finds Harper. Tees up the 3 straight away. That's off the back rim too long. And a loose ball foul on the floor, charged to the Knicks. And that's on Robinson. Taking on Wembanyama on the glass, battling for the board. Yeah, what I'm interested in, I wonder what the ticket prices were for Lake Placid, the 1980 Olympics. That'll be interesting to find out. I've gone to the Olympic Museum twice. I've actually been in both arenas, the 32 and the 80 arenas. Yeah, both of those arenas are actually free to get into. And then the whole Olympic Museum complex, that's you have to pay to get into it. But man, such a beautiful city. Like, I have no clue how in the world they pulled that off back in 1980. Lake Placid only has like 1,000 people per population. Like, it's out in the middle of nowhere. In the road to get there, there's one road in, one road out off the Adirondack Northway. It takes you like 30 miles to get there through a no signal area. I think it goes Underwood, St. Hubert's, and Keene Valley before you get into St. Elba, then Lake Placid. Second free throw is good by Wembanyama. 100-93. As we approach the 8-minute mark left to go in action. Yeah, I went there to Lake Placid the first time in mid-April 2018, and it was a gigantic ice storm. There were cars sliding off the road left and right, and this was on April 18th of 2018. In the middle of April, it's like 25 degrees and like half a foot of snow up there. Robinson, hand off to Brunson. Brunson dribbles up at the free throw circle inside. Kick out. Corner. 3. Hearts. No good off the back rim. That is a rebound hauled in by Johnson. Spurs with possession up by 7. Needing this one. They have never lost 3 in a row. This season, Wembanyama takes the 3. Makes the 3. Victor Wembanyama from deep range. Plus the foul. And 1 coming up by Wemby. Wemby hit the deck hard, though, as he is down. Victor Wembanyama hit the deck hard. He's okay, though. Pops up on his feet. Big time shot by Wembanyama. From deep range over Robinson. Got fouled. Oh, yeah. Mitchell Robinson, what are you doing there? Crowding the landing space of Victor Wembanyama, just completely submerges him with Victor Wembanyama nowhere to land. Man, that's a huge shot. Absolutely huge shot by Wemby. 103-93, 11-2 start in the fourth quarter for the Spurs. And he's going to have a free throw coming up. We're going to go into a timeout on the floor. Knicks burn the timeout. 7:45 left to go. That is absolutely huge. Spurs lead 103-93. Victor Wembanyama, the shot of his life, just drilled it. 29 points by Wemby tonight. 11 for 16 shooting, 3 for 4 from 3. He's been excellent. He hasn't forced anything tonight. Just right from the start for Wemby. Like, if the Spurs end up losing this game, that's a shame. Because Wembanyama gave it his all tonight. 29 points, 2 blocks, 5 assists, 7 rebounds, 3 made threes, 11 for 16 shooting. Stephon Castle, first half, played out of his mind. He's got 18 points. Vassell with 11, 13 by Harper. Harper had a great third quarter. 12 by Champagnie. Champagnie with 3 made threes. I mean, if they lose this game, you look towards De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox, 2 for 10 shooting, 0 for 4 from 3. Just MIA at the course of this game for him. Yeah, Mikal Bridges on the other side hasn't done much. Just 2 points in 25 minutes tonight by Bridges. Got into early foul trouble. Just hasn't played well tonight in this one here. San Antonio shooting the ball well from 3. 12 for 30. 40% from 3. Yeah, 6 turnovers tonight by the Spurs. 12 by the Knicks. I mean, this is huge right now for San Antonio. Like, gonna make this a series. A lot of people posting sweep here a little while ago when it was all Knicks going into halftime. And right now, San Antonio has a great opportunity to lock in the final 7:46 and take this one. Yeah, Fox has been terrible tonight. Scored 8 points in 29 minutes, 0 for 4 from 3. He's been just awful. I'd honestly prefer Dylan Harper over Fox. Harper gives you more of an attack point on the Spurs team. He's got 13 points for Harper tonight. He has struggled from 3, though. For him, Harper just 1 for 7, but been pretty solid. Like, one of the top scorers for the Spurs team throughout the series. Wow, Guardian Angel going Spurs for the series. We get back to action here. 100. Wow, 100-93. They have rolled it a 3. But the Knicks challenged the foul, and the foul has been overturned, and the Knicks score right back down low. Bucket is good. Big response for the Knicks there. Jalen Brunson right to the hole. Scores the 2. Euro step right past Champagnie off the inbound and scores it. Up and it off the backboard. 195 with 7:31 left. The timeout taken by the Spurs. Yeah, so it's 100-95 right now. I'm trying to see something if I missed something in the sequence here. Oh, 7:45, yeah. 7:45 is when the challenge happened, yeah. They took it. Okay, wow. He had 29. 20. Wow, yeah, that's crazy. They took that away. Yeah, that's why. It was 103-93. They took away the three. What? Keldon Johnson offensive foul on the Wemby three that got erased. That's crazy. All right, so what happened? San Antonio was up 103-93. And then the Knicks challenged the call. Wembanyama buried the three. It was 103-93. Knicks challenged the call about they thought Keldon Johnson had committed an offensive foul. And the Knicks challenged it, and the referees ruled it offensive foul. So they took away the Wembanyama three. Wow. That's critical. That's a huge call right there because they were going to go up by 11. And all of a sudden, it's a 5-point game. That's insane. That's absolutely insane right there. Wemby had buried a three over Robinson, which Robinson had followed Wemby right in the landing space, but it was before that shot where Keldon Johnson had committed an offensive foul. Knicks challenged it, and Knicks won the challenge. Wow. That's a critical challenge right there. If the Knicks win this game, can remember that play. And then Jalen Brunson just scored a layup, and all of a sudden, here goes Clutch Brunson. And instead of being up by 11, it's a 5-point game, and just insane. And now, all of a sudden, Clutch Brunson, 7.5 minutes left, plenty of time to lead his team to victory. I mean, that's just classic New York Knicks basketball right now. This is not a good sign for San Antonio all of a sudden. Yeah, they're showing this replay right now. Victor Wembanyama, 3-point shot. Keldon Johnson, according to the ref, set an illegal screen from the top to push Robinson into Wemby so Wemby could get the call. And that's why they called it, and the Knicks challenged it, and the Knicks won the call, and the 3 points were taken away off the board by Wemby, which it was going to be a 4-point play because he had an and one coming up at the line. That's a huge call right there. So instead of 103-93, and then Brunson scored, it's 100-95. A Fox tees up the three. He's tossing up bricks. No good off the mark, off the fingertips of Wembanyama. It's out of bounds. It's going to go right back over to the Knicks. And we'll see if San Antonio does challenge this, and it looks like they will. They're going to challenge that it was not off Wembanyama. I don't know how you win this challenge. That looks clearly like it's off of Wembanyama. Unless the Knicks get called into over the back, that clearly looks like it's off Wembanyama. So San Antonio is challenging this on the floor. We go back into the timeout slide once again, and this game started to get just at the point where we're going to be playing for the next hour. So San Antonio is going to challenge this call right now on the floor. Wembanyama going up on the rebounds. And he thought he was held up, fouled, going up on the board. Clearly went off the fingertips of Wemby and out. So they can't be looking at possession. That was clearly off of Wemby. Just crazy. Yeah, De'Aaron Fox cannot be playing right now. Like, this is embarrassing for De'Aaron Fox. He's tossing up bricks. He's hurting the Spurs' chances of winning this game. He's now 2 for 11 shooting. He scored 8 points in 29 minutes. Majority of the players tonight for the Spurs are pluses. Devin Vassell plus 13, Wemby plus 8, Castle plus 6, Champagnie plus 5. Fox is the only starter that's a negative tonight, minus 6 for De'Aaron Fox. Keldon Johnson off the bench plus 14. Only other player that's been worse than De'Aaron Fox has been Carter Bryant, which he's been a defensive liability on the floor, just unplayable in this series. Spurs win the challenge. So call has been overturned. Spurs win the challenge. So yeah, Wemby thought he was fouled by the Knicks going up on a rebound, and he got that one. So Wemby's going to shoot free throws to the line. They're in the bonus. So Spurs are the bonus. Knicks are over the limit now in the quarter for fouls. That's their 5th in the quarter. First free throw is good by Wemby. Yeah, what it looked like the Knicks won the previous challenge. Keldon Johnson had pushed Mitchell Robinson into Wemby, so Robinson could land into the landing spot of Wemby. So the Knicks challenged it, and the Knicks won the challenge. Both free throws good by for Wembanyama. Now he's got 29. So Victor Wembanyama, or no, he's got 28. Beg my pardon. 28 right now for Wemby. He was at 26, then buried both of those free throws. Jalen Brunson on the floor alongside Josh Hart, Miles McBride, Cat, and Anunoby. Brunson drills up to the left wing, takes on the Harper one-on-one. Now guarded by Vassell. Bounce pass finds OG. Free throw circle, 15-foot J. Got the bounce. That is good by OG Anunoby. 5-point game right now. Really solid night for OG. He's got 24. Fox with possession. He is shooting 2 for 11 tonight for De'Aaron Fox. A lot of dribbling at the wing, taking on Brunson 1-on-1. Fox going to do it himself. Fox puts up the shot. Fox scores the layup. De'Aaron Fox gutted a drop for 2. He's got double figures now with 10. That is big time right there by Fox. Exactly what they needed that possession for out of the Spurs. Brunson torses right off the dribble. Jalen Brunson, hand off McBride. It takes the 3, missed off the rim. A long rebound out of the pack. Here goes Harper. Harper up the floor. One man to beat. It's OG. Backdoor. Blocked off the glass by Anunoby. Back it goes to the Knicks. Out of the play. They got numbers 5 and 4. Cats pops up on the 3. Missed off the rim. Short. Brunson. Right place, right time. Offensive rebound. Scored a bucket. And a foul. Coming up at the free throw line. And one for Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson, right place, right time, put back 2. Couldn't box out for the rebound between Champagnie and Vassell trying to track it down. And Jalen Brunson came away, leaned right into Vassell, drew the contact, score off glass, and one. One shot here by Brunson, has 24 tonight. The free throw is good. 4-point game, under 6 minutes left. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Stephon Castle takes it past the timeline. Into the hands to Vassell on the floor alongside Wemby at Champagnie. And Fox. Fox, lob over the top of Wemby. Puts it up and puts it through. Off the back iron, in for 2. 6-point lead right now for the Spurs. Victor Wembanyama, 30-burger tonight in this game. Jalen Brunson has possession here, top of the key for the Knicks. And had it poked loose by Fox, got it back. Brunson pinned it off of Vassell out of bounds. This will stay Knicks ball. 13 straight victories for the Knicks. That right now. Trying to make it 14. OG Anunoby off an open 3 before that shot. Away from the ball. Foul. On who? That's what the refs are discussing right now. If it's on the Knicks or on the Spurs here, as they have to sort this all out. Wow. Yeah, Mike Brown wondering about the call, why this play was blown dead. He had a wide open shooter at the corner about to make a three. This game's starting to get out of control. It's starting to slip away from the referees. That's never a good sign where the referees are never in control of the game. And right now the referees, they're teetering right now. They're starting to lose control of this game. Inbound goes to Anunoby. Top of the key, taking on Champagnie. Step back three, OG. Left off the rim short. Offensive rebound, Josh Hart. Shamit launches a three. Shamit, no good. Skipped around the rim and out. Rebound went to Champagnie. Back it goes to the Spurs, up by 6. Fox attacks. Jumper, mid-range. Towns off the contest, no good. Rebound goes to Brunson. Brunson on the floor alongside Cat, Hart, Shamit, Anunoby. Brunson lost it. Turnover. Champagnie came up with a steal. Vassell into the hands to Wembanyama. Wemby backs his way down low over Shamit. No good. Drew the foul. 2 free throws coming up at the line for Victor Wembanyama. Spurs are in the bonus. 4:50 left to go. San Antonio has never lost 3 straight games or greater this season. The most they have lost in a row is 2. Looking to avoid their 3rd straight in this series tonight. 2 free throws by Wemby. 3 timeouts remaining for both sides. First free throw is good. If you're doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell as well. Victor Wembanyama, big time tonight. 31.7 rebounds, 5 assists. Second player with 25, 5, and 5 for points, rebounds, and assists in NBA Finals game in franchise history since Tim Duncan in 2003. Second free throw is good. 32-point night for Victor Wembanyama. Landry Shamet picked up the previous foul. That was his 5th tonight for personal fouls. Brunson receives it from Cap. Brunson, jumper, mid-range, off the back rim, no good. Wemby comes away with a defensive rebound. 8-point lead for San Antonio. Chance here to slow down the clock for the Spurs. Looking to get on the board in this series. Harper at the top of the key. Dylan Harper dribbles inside the paint off the spin and broken up out of bounds. This will stay Spurs ball. 10 in the timer. 4:25 in the game clock. The New York Knicks have scored just 9 points in this entire 4th quarter. And we will have a timeout here taken on the floor. Spurs will burn the timeouts. They're down to 2 timeouts left. 4:25 left to go as we head to the timeouts. What a game tonight. If you guys are doing a stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Spurs need this one, and Victor Wembanyama playing out of his mind tonight here. 32 points in 34 minutes on 11 for 16 from the floor for Wemby. Hit us up in the chat. Who you guys like to win this one tonight here? Spurs or Knicks? Yeah, Knicks have 9 points this quarter. Spurs are outscoring the Knicks in the quarter 16-9. It's been a rock fight in this 4th quarter. Dylan Harper off that drive. Initial call is out of bounds off the Knicks. There was no foul. Ruled off of that as Harper was going in for a layup. It was, according to the refs, dripped out of bounds off the Knicks. Now, the Knicks are challenging this right now. So the Knicks are challenging that Dylan Harper lost the basketball. And, wow, call overturned. Knicks have been doing some smart challenges tonight. Call overturned, so this should be Knicks ball coming up here. Yeah. They're going to set it as Knicks possession. Wow, that's a huge challenge. The Knicks, Mike Brown, he's hitting on his challenges tonight. Man, he's one heck of a coach. He is hitting on his challenges. Wow, so he saw something that nobody else did going into that timeout, that Dylan Harper lost it out of bounds. It went off his hands last out of bounds. Turnover by Dylan Harper. It is now Knicks ball. Knicks challenged possession of the basketball during the timeout and won the challenge. Bounce pass down the middle. Shaman kick out. OG on top finds Cat. Slides it off to Brunson. No look pass corner. Shaman attacks the paint. Shaman's huge rejection by Wemby off the glass. Victor Wembanyama fly swatting there with a block. San Antonio slows it down. Fox at the wing. It takes on Brunson. Dribbles up inside the key. Finds Wemby. It takes the three. Off the rim short. Huge rebound by Harper. Off to the trailer. Wembanyama no good. Blew the layup. In and out by Wemby. Still a chance here for the Knicks down by 8. Brunson gotta go. Brunson bumped into. Brunson is fouled. Stephon Castle picks up the personal foul. 2 free throws coming up here at the line for Jalen Brunson. What a game. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Just an incredible game. Foul trouble tonight looks like this. Stephon Castle, 4 personal fouls for the Spurs. Everybody else with 3 or below. 5 personal fouls for Landry Shamet for the Knicks. 4 personal fouls each by Cat, Bridges, and Brunson. First free throw is good by Brunson. 108-101. And we are going to have another timeout taken on the floor. Spurs are going to burn a timeout here. So Spurs will take the timeout. Both teams down to 2 timeouts. This has been one heck of a game tonight. Hit us up in the chat who you guys want to win here tonight, Knicks or Spurs tonight. Both teams shooting 47%. Both teams are 11 for 31 from 3 at 35%. Where this game does not favor the Spurs, even though they're up by 7. They have missed 7 free throws. 23 for 30, 77% at the line. Knicks tonight, 16 for 19 at the free throw line. Spurs are looking good on the playmaking department. 27 to 16 in assists. Just 7 turnovers the entire game for the Spurs and 13 turnovers for the Knicks. Knicks struggling tonight in the turnover factor. That's a huge difference maker right now. 21 to 7 points off turnovers in favor of San Antonio. Jalen Brunson, 1 more free throw coming up at the line. No, I did not see the nuns for this game tonight. No, these are big-time people, like big-time business owners, top-tier politicians, celebrities, professional sports athletes of other sports, CEOs, presidents, executives. Like, these are big-time people that are going back to their mansion, going on a yacht after the end of this game tonight. These are guys owning millions and millions of dollar properties as we get a loose ball underneath. De'Aaron Fox costing his team the game as he fumbled it out of bounds, got it stripped and lost it. De'Aaron Fox, $40+ million for what? In the NBA Finals. 10 missed shots, 10 points scored in 33 minutes, and a terrible turnover. Jalen Brunson, down by just 6. Nothing new for him. Bounce pass in the middle. Bridges, outside. 3. A cat. Skipped around the rim and out to rebound. Secured by Harper. Spurs get lucky. They collect the rebound. That was halfway down by Cats. Stephon Castle off the crossover. Dribbles up inside the key. Kick out. Harper outside. Vassell. Open 3. Off the mark. No good. A rebound went to Cats. Gotta make that if you're Devin Vassell and he couldn't bury it. Brunson with possession. Brunson on the floor alongside Cats, Anunoby, Bridges, and Hart. Brunson at the free throw circle, sends it outside to Hart, into the hands of Brunson, gets past Wemby off the dribble, attacks the paint. Brunson blocked at the rim by Castle. Loose ball, Cat able to scoop it up. Swatted from behind, it's on the bounce by Fox. It's gonna stay, and Knicks ball, 2:28 left to go, 4.7 on the timer. So right now it's Wemby, Harper, Fox, Castle, and Vassell, the 5 of the court for the Spurs. Right now, Champagny currently in the bench. Inbound, underneath, Cat goes up, Cat's swatted out of bounds. He thought he was clearly fouled. The whole Knicks fans looking for a foul. Mike Brown looking for a foul and couldn't get the foul call. Both teams with 2 timeouts left. 2:26 left to play in the quarter. Inbound goes to Bridges. Handoff. Brunson, 1 at a timer. Rises for the jumper. Deep 2. J. Got it. Jalen Brunson connects in the J. It's a 4-point game. A 108-104. 29 for Jalen Brunson in the clutch. Young, inexperienced team with the Spurs up by 4. Can they handle the pressure on the road at MSG? 2 minutes left to go. Wembanyama, top of the key. Working on Cat. 4 in a timer. Gonna drill one here. Wemby, outside, diverts. Jumper, Castle. Oh, he buries it. Stephon Castle, big time 3. Reigns in the triple. 7-point lead for the Spurs. That was huge. Brunson into the hands of Bridges. Torses left off the dribble. Bridges bobbled it, got it back. Mikal Bridges, 10 in the shot clock. Handoff Brunson. As we approach 95 seconds left to go in regulation. Fires it to the corner. Bridges on the 3. No good off the back rim. A rebound secured by Harper. San Antonio up by 7. Gonna slow down clock, take care of the basketball, and looking like they're gonna win this game if they do exactly that. Shot clock down to 12. Minute 18 in the game clock. Stephon Castle realizes it. Castle at the top of the key. 1 for the dagger if they bury one here. Castle outside cross court. Harper tees up the 3. Harper off the back rim, no good. A rebound secured by Hart. That would have been a dagger. Knicks with new signs of life. OG Anunoby goes to the rim, going up, gets fouled. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line. It's on Wemby, who picked up the personal foul. Ain't over just yet. 59.6 seconds left to go. And OG Anunoby will have 2 shots coming up at the free throw line. What a game tonight. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. And the first free throw is missed. A bricked free throw at the worst time possible by Anunoby. Second free throw for OG. It is up. It is good. Cuts the deficit down to 6. 2-possession game now. 111-105. Both teams in the bonus. Both teams over the limit for fouls. Inbound goes to Fox. Fox in the backcourt. De'Aaron Fox crossing the timeline. Tonight, De'Aaron Fox, 8 assists, 2 turnovers. Got to take care of the basketball right here. 12 of the timer. Fox, blitzed by Brunson, defended by OG. Drives on him inside the paint. Kick out, corner, 3. Harper for the dagger. No good off the back rim. Brick the 3. Rebound went to the Knicks. Brunson has it up the floor, only down by 6. Brunson takes the 3. Oh, he drills it. Jalen Brunson, laser beam from downtown. It's a 3-point game, a 111-108. Under 30 seconds left to go. Ain't over till it's over. There's a 10-second differential between game clock and shot clock. Spurs with possession. They got 2 timeouts remaining. Ain't gonna burn one right here. Fox at the top of the key. Takes no OG again. Fox jumper. 15-footer. Got it. De'Aaron Fox, big time. Nails the J. Right there. Major shots. And that proves that he is worth every single cent when you make a shot like that. 40 plus million for a struggling game by him, and to make a shot like that in the clutch for a former clutch player of the year, that's huge. 113-108. Be a lot of chatter about De'Aaron Fox if he had bricked that shot and cost them the game. That is huge. Very well could have got San Antonio on the board, picking up their first win of the series. We get a timeout on the floor. Knicks burn a timeout, 113-108. That is the veteran presence right there, De'Aaron Fox. Making an impact. Big time on that shot. Got right to his spot and buried it. 10 missed shots tonight by Fox. 4 for 14 from the floor. But when you hit a shot that big, I mean, none of those missed shots matter. Because you just redeemed yourself in the game and you just hit the biggest shots of your life to date right there for De'Aaron Fox. That is huge. And this Spurs team, barring any miracle, 12.2 seconds away. Just gotta keep their composure. Lock in for the final 12 seconds. Josh Hart will be the inbound passer. Near side front court. 12.2 seconds left to go. Gotta play defense. And then gotta get the basketball in cleanly. Inbound goes to the corner. OG, a corner three. OG, oh, he buries it. OG, Anunoby. It's a three. It's a 2-point game. Timeout by the Spurs. 113, 111. It ain't over till it's over. OG Anunoby, cold-blooded. And now you have to inbound it properly. What happened during the last game? San Antonio with a terrible pass in the backcourt with Wemby. Castle wasn't paying attention, and they blew the game. Cannot have that right now. This is going to be the cleanest basketball ever. You got to get this into the hands of a free throw shooter. You cannot put this near a corner trap. That is danger zone issues. This cannot go into a backcourt corner trap. If that happens, you're asking for issues. And what's going to happen? You're going to pull off Virginia against Furman, and it's going to be over. It's going to be over. You're going to end up pulling off Kihei Clark, flinging it up in the air, where you got a guy pulling up from the parking lot from 35 feet out to bury a jet. You're going to pull off a freaking Caleb Boozer, and Braylon Mullins takes the shot at the logo and wins it. Young, inexperienced team. It's going to be interesting to see what happens on this inbounds. But if you're Coach Mitch Johnson, you cannot inbound this in your backcourt close to the corner. All you need to do is get fouled. All you need to do is get fouled, go to the free throw line. And yeah, with that timeout, they advance it. With that timeout, they advance it to the front court. So they're not going to get trapped in the backcourt. That's huge. Yeah, so they advance it with that timeout. Inbound Fox. Back out to the wing. Castle gets fouled, 6.8. Exactly what they needed to do. Stephon Castle going to have 2 free throws coming up here at the line. Yeah, they did have a timeout, so they were able to advance it. They still have another time. Both teams still have another timeout each. Two free throws coming up by Castle. It's been just a really good game tonight by Castle for him. Pressure free throws. First free throw. Good. Stephon Castle buries the first one. 22 tonight by Castle. Mitchell Robinson's going to come in. Both teams in the bonus. Both teams with 1 timeout remaining. Second free throw to break the 3-point lead and make it 4 by Stephon Castle, put them up by 2 possessions. Castle, free throw number 2, right down the middle. That is huge. Timeout by the Knicks. 115 to 111. San Antonio inching closer to getting on the board, picking up their first win of the series. Cold-blooded. Stephon Castle tonight delivered. 23 points, 5 for 6 of the free throw line, 8 for 14 from the floor. An energy guy. Had a great game. He won the national championship a couple of years ago at UConn. Got some Big East guys in this finals that won championships. The 3 Villanova guys for the Knicks, Stephon Castle for UConn. I'll be back live Wednesday night, Game 4 of the series. Make sure to join in for that one. Absolutely huge for San Antonio. They went a perfect 10 for 10 this quarter at the free throw line. They really turned things around at the free throw line. It was not looking good in the first half for them at the free throw line. They were shooting at one point like 10 for 16. And then all of a sudden, they go off in the second half and make the most out of their opportunities at the free throw line, and they go 25 for 32. They only miss one free throw down the rest of the stretch after starting off. Yeah, they started off 10 for 16. They went 15 for 16 the rest of the way at the free throw line tonight. Really good turnaround for them. That's critical points that won them this game. Really solid game of the Spurs. And that's exactly what I talked about in the pregame. They needed Wemby to go off, needed Castle to provide a scoring impact. Got that tonight. They put all 5 starters in double figures, plus Dylan Harper in double digits with 13. And they also played a clean game with just 8 turnovers. They forced 13 turnovers by the Knicks tonight. 6.8 seconds left to go. Knicks, all the timeouts as they have advanced it to their front court. Josh Hart, near side front court, inbound passer. Gets it off to Bridges. Bridges, turnaround jumper. Off the back rim, no good. Battle for the rebound. Broke it up out of bounds. Off Castle. 2 seconds left to go. It's going to stay Knicks ball off and inbounds. Jalen Brunson will be guarded by Wemby underneath the hoop as the inbound passer. Jalen Brunson, inbound to the corner. OG, a corner 3. No good off the mark. This game is over. San Antonio comes in to MSG as the 1.5-point underdog, and they pick up the victory. The Spurs on the board. 115 to 111 the final score. San Antonio able to snap a 2-game losing streak, and they still have yet to lose 3 straight games in a row, and they will not lose 3 straight games in a row ever this season. What a win by the Spurs tonight. Victor Wembanyama, 30-burger. On the board for him, finished with 32 in this game, 11 for 18 from the floor, 8 for 9 at the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks. He was tremendous. Multiple alley-oop jams by Wemby tonight. 23 by Stephon Castle. He was excellent tonight by Castle. 13 by Harper off the bench. Champagny finished with 12. Fox with 12. Fox made a big bucket for him. Big mid-range J in the final minute left to go before they iced the game with free throws. Knicks led by Jalen Brunson, 32. OG Anunoby, 28. Cats, tough night for him, just with 11. And Josh Hart, pretty solid for him, made 4 threes, 16 points. But yeah, Cat and Mikal Bridges, not really that much tonight. 11 and 8 for Cat. And then Bridges had just 2. Mikal Bridges had just 2 this entire game in 29 minutes, got into early foul trouble off the bench. Jordan Clarkson had 10, but Shamet limited to just 3 in 23 minutes on 1 for 8 shooting and 1 for 7 from 3 off the bench in this game, and just couldn't provide Shamet as an X factor off the bench. Bridges had an off game, and enough for San Antonio in the tank with Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs to pick up the victory. It's big time tonight for San Antonio. Spurs get on the board. Congratulations to the Spurs. As, right now making this a series. Victor Wembanyama ain't going down without a fight. Second youngest player in NBA history with a 35-5 game in the NBA Finals, right behind Magic Johnson for Victor Wembanyama tonight. Wemby, big time, under the bright lights. MSG in Game 3 of the NBA Finals forces at least a Game 5 to take place going to Saturday in the series. I'll be back live on Wednesday, next stream. I'll be having both of these teams game 4, and then we're going to have a game 5 on Saturday. Thanks so much, all, for being a part of the channel for this one tonight. 115-111 Spurs pick up the victory over the Knicks, as it's now 2-1 New York in the series, as the Spurs pick up the win and get on the board. 115-111 the final score. And we're going to close out to the channel members. All channel members get a shout out each and every single one of my live streams. We have Jason, John, Michael Bradley, Joe, Lonely Satellite, Warren, the Nija player, Norma, Polson, Kelly, Ogie, Russell, Rydog, Ashes Fan for Life, Phil, All on the Prowl, I Am Ghost, Ian, Edith, Ice Ice Baby, XX Dev 5000, SGA Sports Talk, Elaine, Kilo Pits, Yvonne, Otamura, Tyreek. And that's a wrap here for tonight. Thanks so much, all, for joining in, being a part here on the stream. San Antonio gets on the board. The Spurs pick up the win. 115-111 the final score. Thanks so much, all.